Good evening. This is the World News on your Premium Talk Radio today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Bachira Afua with the headlines. Federal government announces reopening of secondary schools for JSS3 and SS3 from August 4th. Minister of Transportation Chibuike Rotimi warns against the disobedience to COVID-19 protocols as train service resumes on Wednesday. And River State High Court adjourned suit by former MD of NDDC Joy Nunye against Nigerian police to August 5th. And on foreign scene, ECOWAS leaders calls for fresh elections in Mali for 31 controversial parliamentary seats. Now the details. The Federal Ministry of Education has announced the reopening of secondary schools for JSS3 and SS3 from August 4th, 2020. Students will have 2 weeks to prepare for the West African examinations, which will commence on August 17, 2020. This were the unanimous decisions reached at a virtual consultative meeting between the Federal Ministry of Education, Commissioners of Education of the 36 states, the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the proprietors of private schools, and chief executives of examining bodies. According to a statement by the Director Press and Public Relations Ben Bem Gong, it was agreed that the exit classes should resume immediately after the Salah break from August 4th, 2020 to enable them to prepare for the WAEC examinations scheduled to commence from the 17th of August 2020. The meeting also resolved that a passionate appeal be made to the federal government through the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and public-spirited Nigerians for assistance to schools across the country to enable them fast-track their preparations, safe reopening as agreed. The ministry further stated that another meeting will be held tomorrow between the Federal Ministry of Education and chief executives of the examination bodies, namely NECO, NAPTEB, and NBAIS, to harmonize the examination dates, which will be conveyed to stakeholders expeditiously by the Federal Ministry of Education. Speaking further in the latest development, the Minister of State for Education, who spoke during the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in Abuja, said while the WAEC examinations will commence on the August 17, subjects which are peculiar to Nigeria only will commence on September 4th.
All the state commissioners and governors have agreed that all schools will open in Nigeria from the 3rd of August. This is to prepare our students for WAEC exams, which will begin on the 17th of August. Now, this varies the timetable we had indicated earlier by as much as 2 weeks. What the agreement entails is that WAEC West Africa and all the countries that are in it have agreed that the exams will proceed, but that the exams that are peculiar to Nigeria will be taken from the 5th of September through to the 14th of September. The exams that are common to all the countries of West Africa will proceed as previously published on the 17th. Nigeria will then proceed to domesticate its own timetable for the exams.
The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Chibuike says pressure from participants in upcoming Salah celebration forced him to open the railways. The minister said he never agreed for the railways to open due to COVID-19 pandemic, but for pressures for the railway users. He, however, warned those who would be using the rail services to ensure they obey all the COVID-19 protocols. He gave the warning ahead of the resumption in rail services on Wednesday.
I have seen people die of COVID, so I'm dead scared. If you ask the last speaker, I refuse to agree that we should open the railways. It is the pressure of those who want to participate in the forthcoming spiritual activities that made me accept that we'll open the railways from Abuja to Kaduna. What are your requirements? We don't want to see how handsome you are or how beautiful you are. Please wear for me a face mask, not a mouth mask. Nigerians wear mouth mask. If you do that, the train will stop and you will come down. You will not enter the station if you don't have a hand sanitizer. We must see a hand sanitizer. We must make sure it is not below 79% alcohol.
The minister who spoke during the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in Abuja said electronic ticketing for rail services will become available in 2 to 3 months. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, has named some federal lawmakers who allegedly got contracts from the Niger Delta Development Commission. The lawmakers whose names were mentioned included the chairman of the Senate Committee on Niger Delta, Peter Nwabalshi, whose name was listed against 53 projects. Bobby also said Senator Matthew Ogohide got 6 projects. Senator James Manager got 6 contracts, while former Senator Samuel Anyanwu got 19 projects. Also, the former chairman, House of Representatives Committee on the NDDC, Nicholas Mutu, was also named by the minister as receiving 74 contracts. A spokesperson for Akpabio, Aniete Ekong, confirmed that the documents containing the names was part of those sent by Akpabio to lawmakers investigating the NDDC. A few others were simply identified as Ondo and Edo reps. The documents also contained a list of projects assigned to non-members of the National Assembly. Although the cost of the projects were not stated, the document shows that most of the projects were awarded in 2018, a year before the 9th Assembly was inaugurated. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has issued a fresh summons on all serving and former heads of the Niger Delta Commission to account for billions of naira allegedly unaccounted for. The House Committee on Public Accounts issued the summons based on queries issued by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation on the accounts of the NDDC. This is different from the probe being carried out by the House Committee on the NDDC over alleged illegal spending and mismanagement of funds totaling 81.5 billion naira. They also appear before the Committee on Public Accounts to explain the alleged missing funds, include the acting managing director and head of the interim management committee, Professor Daniel Pondai, a former MD Timi Alaibe, and the immediate past acting MD Joy Nunye. The committee's chairman, Wale Oke, said the IMC could not answer the queries issued by the OAGF as some of the spendings were done before it came on board. Other former heads of the commission listed to appear before the committee include Osato Areyeka, Christiana Atako, Basidan Abia, Ibim Semitari, Nsima Ekere, Professor Nelson Brambaifa, who is to appear with his EDFA, Chris Amadi. The predecessors to Joy Nunye Enya Akwagaga is also expected to appear before the committee. Some other members of the various boards of the commission are also expected to appear before the House Committee. In the meantime, the committee chairman, Oke, has also faulted the federal government's plan to engage forensic auditors for the NDDC, which he said means a lack of trust in the capacity of the Auditor General of the Federation and his workers. A court of appeal sitting in Lagos has affirmed the judgment of the Sexual Offences Court, to which it convicted and sentenced a Chrisland school supervisor, Adeboyega Adenekon, to 60 years imprisonment for defiling a 2-year-old pupil. The presiding justice of the appeal court, Justice Lawal Garuba, who read the lead judgment, held that the appeal filed by the convict lacks merit, which was agreed to by the other justices in the panel. On October 24, 2019, Adenekon was convicted on 1 count of defilement of the pupil who attended Chrisland School VGC, an offense committed sometime in November 2016. In her judgment, Justice Sibyl Waka held that the prosecution proved its case against the convict beyond every reasonable doubt, adding that the evidence of the child that the convict defiled her twice was corroborated by a medical report from the Mirabel Center, Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Ikeja. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt is adjourned till 5th August 2020 for hearing of the matter instituted by former acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Joy Nunye, against the Nigerian Police, the Inspector General of Police, and the Department of State Services. Other respondents in the matter are Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, and Niger Delta Development Commission. Our correspondent Uchendu Ojo reports that when the matter resumed for hearing, counsel to the applicant Sylvester Adaka informed the court that first and second respondents, who are Nigeria Police and IGP, have refused to acknowledge the court processes served on them. Adaka therefore sought the leave of the court for a motion ex parte for substituted service, which was granted by the presiding judge, Justice E. Thompson, without any objections. Counsel to Joy Nunye, Sylvester Adaka, explained to newsmen outside the courtroom his reasons for seeking for the leave of the court for substituted service.
To serve by substituted means, which the court has granted today, so we'll serve them by substituted means, and that's all that transpired today. We have served the other parties.
You would recall that the police operatives had attempted to arrest the former acting managing director of the NDDC, Joy Nunye, before the intervention by Governor Nyesom Wike. River State Police Command has confirmed a court clash that led to some casualties in the early hours of today in the Amadiama area of Port Harcourt. There were sporadic shootings around Amadiama where 2 persons were reportedly shot during the said clash. But the spokesman of the command, Nnamdi Omoni, who is the superintendent of police, in his reaction said no life was lost in the clash between rival court gangs, but confirmed that a tricycle rider sustained bullet wounds and was rushed to the hospital for treatment. SP Omoni said the command have mobilized its men to the area to calm the situation.
We were aware of the unfortunate court clash between the Greenlanders and Icelanders today at the Amadiama houses. They were engaged in the usual senseless war of seeking for supremacy. So we were alerted and mobilized almost immediately, and then we were able to restore normalcy. A keke driver was shot on the leg. He's receiving medical attention. He's in the hospital. So far, no life was lost in that incident. We have taken over the place. And though they fled, the bad boys have fled on our arrival, but we're on your train, and the Lord will catch up with them. So far, no problem, no cause for alarm.
While reacting to reports of incessant attacks by members of court gangs in the state, SP Omoni said the police expect residents of affected areas to report such incidents to the security agencies.
We have always increased security. Abuloma, Amadiama, these are areas within the Port Harcourt metropolis, and we have huge number and presence of police over there. So, but it also falls back on them. They should be able to report these boys to us, because these are their children, these are their brothers, these are their kids and kin. They know them, and they won't want to let the police know until they begin to unleash mayhem on them. So the earlier they do that for us, the better for everybody. That's why we fish out and beat at it. They are all there in their neighborhoods. They know them. So please let them want to appeal to them once again. As usual, traditional rulers have been assisting us. Committee, CDC members and the chairman have been of immense assistance to the police. So they should continue. They should continue to do that, because without them we cannot function effectively. We need your cooperation. We need your support. Let them share information that can lead to the arrest of these boys.
You are listening to the World News in Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and spot stories. To stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. You're still on to the World News in Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. 3 committees have been set up to advance the course of the federal government's special public work program across the 23 local government areas of River State. The committees set up include the Allotment Committee, Public Works Committee, and the Interfacing and Project Sourcing Committees. The state chairman of the selection committee of the program, Innocent Barako, said the committees are in line with the directives of federal government to ensure that 390 wards across the 23 local government areas of the state benefit from the program.
We have been able to set up 3 major committees that will advance the course of this particular assignment. We have an allotment committee that will enable us to identify stakeholders and then allot slots to stakeholders in a manner that is representative and intended to be within the guidelines of the program. We have also been able to set up that this committee will also identify the projects from local government to local government. And then thirdly, we have an interfacing committee that will interface with all the stakeholders to ensure that the list that comes, we do not have duplication and other things.
Barako also disclosed that only 200 graduates are expected to work his national survey, while the rest of the beneficiaries will be unskilled people. But in foreign ECOWAS leaders have called for the resignation of 31 parliamentarians holding controversial seats in Mali. This was one of the resolutions reached at the virtual meeting of the ECOWAS leaders as part of the solution to the impasse in Mali. The leaders called for the conduct of fresh election for the seats in question. The communique was read by Minister of State for Foreign Affairs.
For a recontest, in other words, for a fresh election into these 31 seats that are in contention. If you recall, the leader of the opposition was abducted. This meeting also emphasized and, of course, also encouraged the government of Mali to do everything possible to ensure the release of Soumaïla Cissé, who is the leader of opposition that has been abducted for the past 4 months now. It is believed that that will go a long way in bringing peace to that country.
Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has extended a nationwide nighttime curfew for a further 1 month following a surge in coronavirus cases in the country. Kenyatta also announced a ban on the sale of alcohol in all restaurants, while bars will remain closed indefinitely. He made the announcement after meeting regional governors to assess the country's COVID-19 response. The president said he was concerned about increased cases, particularly among young people who he said their reckless actions were endangering the whole country. Kenya has so far recorded more than 17,000 cases of COVID-19 with 208 deaths. President Donald Trump's National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien has tested positive for COVID-19. O'Brien, who holds a key role in the administration, has been self-isolating and working from a secure location off-site. The White House said there is no risk of exposure to the president or the vice president. O'Brien is the highest-ranking official in Trump's administration known to have tested positive. A number of people in and around the administration have also caught the virus in the past, including a military member who works as a White House valet, Pence's press secretary Katie Miller, and helicopter squadron Marine. And in sports, the federal government says it is worried that the athletes in Nigeria may be getting rusty following the shutting down of sporting activities in the country. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, made the observation while appearing on a live television program. To this end, the minister said the ministry is making plans to begin to sponsor Nigerian athletes to the Performance Center at the University of Port Harcourt to commence training ahead of the next Olympics. He said the training will be in batches of 20 athletes each.
We're also bothered about the fact that our athletes are getting rusty. The ministry has concluded plans with the High Performance Center in Port Harcourt to see how we can work with the federations to begin to rotate a team of 20 athletes to go to the High Performance Center for 2 weeks, fully funded by the ministry, where they can go with their coaches, do some training. We can take more than 20 in a batch and then just rotate them. 20 in the first batch, after 2 weeks, another 20 goes, because that Performance Center has what it's needed. And we can deal with that aspect of them getting rusty so that we can start to get them tuned up for the Olympics. We hope that eventually when the global sporting community starts to open up gradually, some of them will have the opportunity to compete at college championships and other global events.
And so in the news, here is a summary of the major stories. The federal government has announced the reopening of secondary schools for GSS 3 and SS 3 from August 4th. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Chibike-Amechi, has warned against disobedience to COVID-19 protocols as train services resume on Wednesday. River State High Court has adjourned a suit by a former MD of NDDC, Joy Nuni, against the Nigerian police to August 5th. And on foreign ECOWAS leaders have called for fresh elections in Mali for 31 controversial parliamentary seats, causing unrest in the country. And that was the news edited by Chinedu Iwuna. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or 081-4434-3502. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget, take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap under running water. Avoid touching your face and high contact surfaces to prevent coronavirus. Thanking you for listening. I am Buchira Afua. Good evening and do stay tuned.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Emeka Biko, bia.
What is it?
How come Chukudi, that guy, Chukudina, how come he's making more sales than us? And we are in the same line of business.
Relax. Cool down.
Are you sure he's not using something? Ask him so that whatever he's using, we can use it.
I'll do something. I'll meet him. He's my brother. Calm down. Biko. What is that thing you are doing? I'm your brother. What is that thing you're doing? Look at your shop now. It's always busy.
Look, my friend, it is very simple. I don't tell you this thing before, but you know they hear me.
I am willing to go anywhere, any length. Just what is it you are doing? What is the secret?
It is very simple. See, just take your business, okay? Take your business, go to Today.95.1fm for adverts, and you go experience change.
Chukudi, stop this joke now.
I tell you, because now, as we talk so, their rates don't drop.
Chukudi, are you being serious?
I did tell you.
This man goes safe. We got Chukudi. Want buy something? We got Chukudi.
Who they collect money? Chief can face you come now.
I come. Emeka, I need to go now. But don't forget though, Today95.1fm. Carry your business, go give them, and you go see change.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best.
Chukudi, Dalo, thank you very much.
Biko, family.
Thank you.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh. Born to a throne, stronger than Rome, but violent prone, poor people's zone. But it's my home, all I have known, where I got grown. Streets we would roam, out of the darkness, I came the farthest, among the hardest survival. Learn from these streets, it can be bleak, accept no defeat, surrender, retreat. So we struggling, fighting to eat, and we wondering when we'll be free. So we patiently wait for that fateful day. It's not far away, but for now we say, when I get older,
a beautiful evening to you. Welcome to yet another fantastic, scintillating edition of Soccer Nation, the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. I am your Superman in the world of sports. I'm the man who can never leave football for snowball. Fasten your seatbelts. I'm set to take you through the best 15 minutes you've had all day, but I'm not alone in the studio. I've got my co-pilot, Victor Oriahi. Victor, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Wisdom. Good evening to you, to everyone listening. Good evening. I mean, we had a thrilling Sunday evening yesterday with 10 games going on in the English Premier League, and of course getting to know which teams will be playing the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, and the ones that will be playing in the Championship next season. And just away from England, Cristiano Ronaldo and his Juventus teammates, doing it yet again, the 9th consecutive Serie A title. It looks like it's obviously become a one-horse race. And just look at the records for Juventus. They've won more titles now than both AC Milan and Inter Milan combined together. Massive.
That's really the top of it for Juventus, and they continue pushing. But it's not actually the top, yes, because the real dream is to win the Champions League again. Let's quickly move on now and start off with Nigerian stories. On a sad note, former Nigerian international Musa Nusa Kadiri has passed away at the age of 53 in New York. A source said Kadiri, an ex-Flying Eagles star, went into coma after falling from his apartment, which caused bleeding in his brain. Reports gathered that he died on Friday. And from that sad one, we'll tell you that Wilfred Ndidi, well, while not qualifying for the Champions League, seemed like a big blow to the Nigerian midfielder. It should have been a perfect icing on the cake, really. But the Leicester midfielder, that's Ndidi, would nonetheless be proud of his historic feat in the just concluded Premier League season. Ndidi, who was in action for 90 minutes on Sunday, finished the 2019-2020 English League Premier League season as the joint top tackler alongside Manchester United's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Another Leicester City player, Ricardo Pereira, finished in third place. In the just concluded season, Ndidi made 129 successful tackles, same as Wan-Bissaka, while Pereira garnered 119 tackles. Victor, interceptions, Ndidi has the highest in the Premier League. I saw that before coming. 80 interceptions he's had total, leading man in that one. And in terms of the tackles, he's joined top with the man I call the sliding man most of the time, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah,
Beautiful, brilliant man. What is he still doing? Leicester City.
I mean, it's what he wants, and the clubs have not come for him. He has a contract with Leicester City, and I think he's trying to run out the contract. But indeed, he's one player that has been extremely consistent. He is the first player to top the Premier League tackle charts for 3 consecutive seasons. He did this season, last season, and 2 seasons back. That's what we talk about. That's what we call consistency from this man. He has been absolutely brilliant since arriving at England, and I tell you, Wisdom, it's coming, it's boiling. Very soon we're going to be seeing these big teams in Europe come for this man. He has done this time and time again, and I cannot just wonder the amount that Leicester will try to cash out from Ndidi. Eventually, he could just be Nigeria's most expensive player. That's if they decide to sell him. We know how Leicester City try to, by the time a player does so well, they try to make big money from that player, like how they are doing for Ben Chilwell, how they did for Harry Maguire, making him one of the most expensive defenders in the world, the most expensive defender in the world. I think Wilfred Ndidi would just be probably setting a Premier League record or a Nigerian record when it comes to transfers. That is, if he eventually leaves Leicester City. He's a brilliant player, no doubt about that, and he's consistent, and that is one thing that managers want.
All right, let's tell the Nigerian international Josh Maja is hoping to establish himself in the Super Eagles team under head coach Gernot Rohr. England-born winger is the newcomer in the Nigerian national team, having made his international debut in September 2019 against Ukraine. Maja impressed in his maiden full season in the French Ligue 1 as he netted 6 times in 22 games for XC Gironde Bordeaux. This was after the 21-year-old player had joined Bordeaux from Sunderland. Of course, playing in one of Europe's top 5 leagues and performing well will improve my chances for international selection. I have settled well since I joined Sunderland. The former City Academy player also named legendary Nigerian midfielder JJ Okocha as his idol. So hopefully the opportunity comes to play and help them make history. Playing on an international stage was a dream of mine. I'm familiar with my roots. I went to Nigeria a few times when I was young, and in the next few years I'll be going again. Okocha was a big icon and an example to many players even outside of Nigeria. Okay, all the best. If Okocha is an inspiration to you, that's good. We hope to see some part of Okocha in him. But quickly, let's move on to Europe. And we just run through the results that we had in the course of the weekend. We start off with the Serie A. We had fine performance from Juventus. 2-0 it ended against Sampdoria for the old lady. Bologna did beat Lecce 3-2, confirming Lecce's place. Okay, not yet confirmed. Lecce still has a mathematical chance of making it through. Cagliari lost to Udinese 1-0. Chievo Verona lost to Lazio. Hellas Verona lost to Lazio 5-1. AS Roma did beat AC Fiorentina 2-1. Spal played 1-1 draw with Torino, and of course it confirmed that Juventus are the champions of the season. 2 games still left to play. Victor maybe you say not Ronaldo only, Dybala, the other guys in the team, but brilliant performance again. Not the best.
Yeah, definitely not the best from Juventus.
They've won it again.
It's been
despite the quality that was injected into teams like Inter Milan.
Persons talk about the age, but I do not think the age of the players. I think it has to do with the management, the tactical brilliance of the manager, Maurizio Sarri. I think he lacks it, and the fact that he was able to grind out this result, I would not want to solely attribute it to individual performances, but I think it was largely a factor. Quite a number of decent players in that particular team. You look at Cristiano Ronaldo, Paulo Dybala, Bernardeschi, Pjanic. I mean, quite a star-studded team. But then they've won the league again. It's almost their birthright. I think the main focus would be what would they be able to do in the UEFA Champions League. They play Lyon. Let's see how that one goes for Juventus. But for right now, the old ladies should just celebrate. They are living in the glory, basking in their win. And of course, yet another, a 7th league title for Cristiano Ronaldo.
In England, Arsenal did beat Watford 3-2. Burnley lost to Brighton 2-1. Chelsea beat Wolves through 2-0. Crystal Palace played 1 draw with Tottenham Hotspur. Everton had lost to Bournemouth 3-1. Leicester City lost to Manchester United 2-0. Manchester City were 5-0 better than Norwich City. Newcastle United lost to Liverpool 3-1. And Southampton did beat Sheffield United 3-1. West Ham United they played 1 draw with Aston Villa. And the big news is that Manchester United, Chelsea were the two teams that made it through. They'll be joining Liverpool and Manchester City for the English representatives when it comes to the Champions League. And in the Europa League, it will be Tottenham. Maybe for some it's surprising, but Tottenham will join Leicester in the Europa League, while for the seventh team now, Wolverhampton Wanderers, they missed out, but they would be hoping that some kind of miracle will happen and Chelsea will beat Arsenal, and maybe by that they will make it through to the Europa League. But the other side of things is the fact that it was surprising, Victor, that Mourinho managed to sleeping. It was shocking that United found a way to come back and make it to the Champions League, and it was even more shocking to know that Bournemouth and Eddie Howe, as much as Watford, will be playing in the second tier of English football next season.
Yeah, pretty terrible, I tell you. Watford and Bournemouth, they came to the Premier League 5 years ago, and right now they are living together. I think it's a strong bond from both teams. We wait to see how they will be able to bounce back. Eddie Howe, I love that man. I think he's a good manager, but unfortunately things did not just pan out well for himself and his team this particular season. For Watford, they were the cause of their own doom. They kept on they were changing managers like I don't know how to, like, they were changing diapers of the baby. It was quite so, 4 managers in one particular season. What were you expecting? Nigel Pearson, different names. What were you expecting? I don't think... well, let's just see how they go. Let's see if they'll be able to make a return to the English Premier League. But for Bournemouth, they have quite a number of good players in that team. And I'm beginning to wonder, is that team going to be stripped of the little quality players that team has, or are the players going to stay and try to help them back into the English Premier League? That will be the main focus. But just leaving that particular relegation battle to talk about the points and the statistics, quite a number of statistics and records, you want to say, broken yesterday. Starting with Kevin De Bruyne, amazing player. He has equal Thierry Henry's record for the most assists in a single Premier League season. That's how instrumental he has been. Over 33, he has contributed to 33 goals. He contributed to 33 goals in the season. I think 12 goals and 21 assists thereabout. I think so, the other way around. But I know he contributed to 33 goals, and he has been the top assist provider in the Premier League for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. That's how massive this guy has been. When the PFA Player of the Year comes out, I would be angry if it isn't Kevin De Bruyne, because he's head, shoulder, knees, toes above any other player. While for Ederson, he won his first Premier League Golden Gloves with 16 clean sheets this particular season. It's been a really, really great time. And not to forget Jamie Vardy, the oldest player to win the Premier League Golden Boot. 33 years, 23 goals in 35 games played. Massive for the number 9 striker.
In Germany, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge believes the decision for there to be no 2020 Ballon d'Or winner is not very fair, as he feels Robert Lewandowski could have claimed the award. French football announced last week it would not select the world's best player this year due to a lack of sufficient fair conditions amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The global crisis caused the sport to come to a standstill in March. Quoting Rummenigge, said, "I believe Robert Lewandowski is playing a fantastic season and performed maybe the best season in his career." Rummenigge told news conference earlier today. Unfortunately, French football cancelled the Ballon d'Or, which we're not very happy about. Victor, do you think it would have been Lewandowski?
It should be told, I don't think Lewandowski would have still won. I think he would have been among the top 3, probably number 2. But I feel Lionel Messi would have won it, not because of he did better, but because of the name Lionel Messi. But then that is just for the Ballon d'Or. We have the FIFA The Best Award. So there's still a possibility of Robert Lewandowski getting one of those key awards. Yes, the Ballon d'Or will not be holding this year, but I think Lewandowski can find a way, probably make a massive performance again next season. He would be angry. I wanted to see someone else win, not Luka Modric, but someone else entirely who is getting the goals and all of that. And Robert Lewandowski was that man for me. But then let's just see how it goes for him. They say the FIFA The Best Award. I hope to see if he'll be able to clinch that one.
All right. Chelsea new man Timo Werner has already started training today at the Cobhams training part of Chelsea. And quickly, we move on to the transfer tidbits. First, we'll tell you that Dan Lovren, he has left Liverpool for Zenit St. Petersburg on a 3-year deal. David Silva, we already know, is leaving Man City too. He'll be joining Xavi in the Middle East. Jan Vertonghen has left Spurs, and Tanganga has signed a new deal for the Spurs side. And from the transfer tidbits, a quick roundup. Chelsea's qualification for the Champions League should see a deal for Leverkusen star Havertz speed up. According to Sport Bild, Leverkusen are in the Europa League last 16, but reportedly do not insist on keeping the German international for the rest of the tournament. Havertz has scored 17 goals and provided 9 assists in 43 games in all competitions this season. Coming out of contract at Milan, Ibrahimovic could be set to extend his stay. Casio Mercato reports the 38-year-old forward is open to accepting a deal worth around 4 million euros, lower than his initial demand of 6 million euros. The report also says Gianluigi Donnarumma, whose deal expires next year, could renew until 2023. Well, for Felipe Coutinho, the cover of Sports says the playmaker, who is on loan at Bayern Munich from Barcelona, is considering options to join Arsenal, Tottenham, or Leicester City. And Brescia star Sandro Tonali is linked with a big money move. Casio Mercato says Inter have agreed terms with the Italian international midfielder and are nearing a 35 million euros agreement with Brescia, while Milan also reportedly interested in the 20-year-old. With Dan Lovren now leaving, the Premier League champions, talking about Liverpool, have started talks with Schalke to sign 20-year-old centre-back Ozan Kabak. With uncertainty over Kepa Arrizabalaga's future at Chelsea, the Premier League club are said to be looking for a new goalkeeper. Football International reports Chelsea and Leverkusen have strong interest in Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana. Edinson Cavani may be close to deciding his future. Todo Fichais reports the former Paris Saint-Germain striker is close to agreeing a deal with Benfica. Victor, quickly, which of these transfer do you think? There's of course the one concerning Jack Grealish now also making demands. Kai Havertz and the other guys.
I think it should be Jack Grealish. Kai Havertz, it's almost done. That's the truth. Even we are hearing from his Leroy Sané, rather, his German compatriot. I think that one is almost done for Jack Grealish. Amazing player. I think he's a good player. A lot of persons say he's overhyped. I do not think so. I think he's a standard player, and the fact that he's able to keep Aston Villa alive in the Premier League, I don't think Aston Villa would have what it takes to keep him in that particular team. They might just cash out and probably get some other average strikers to replace Grealish.
All right, it's been confirmed. Dean Smith will remain the coach of Aston Villa for next season. And on that note, we call it a wrap on today's edition of Soccer Nation, the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. Victoria, he was here. My name is Wisdom Obinai. I'm your Superman in the world of sports, the man who can never leave football for snowball. As always, stay safe and join us same time, same station tomorrow.
So many wars, settling scores, bringing us promises, leaving us poor. I heard them say, love is the way, love is the answer.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
In case you missed out on the morning show,
not to worry. Music, gossip, drama. This is Entertainment Recap.
Who doesn't love this?
Entertainment Recap. Every weekday, Monday through Thursday,
6:30 p.m.
on Today 95.1 FM. Tell me what you want. I can be your friend. I can be your muse. Call my name and I'll be there. Do you know me? Do you know me? I am Dave Roberts, your favorite guy on radio.
Can love you better, through the stormy weather.
Catch me when you can.
Cause you're Peter Pan, you know landing never. Have you ever felt this?
You see, they call me the Balogun. Balogun for so many reasons. Balogun because I have the vibe. Balogun because I have the flows. Balogun because I know the door. Balogun because I'm your real SG, Bolo Artifact. Stick with me and let's create more Balogun memories. 3.
If I allow the song go on and on, I'm just going to play it for forever.
Honestly, and like that'll be the end of the show. Like that was all the show was about. But like
Dude.
legendary stuff there, legendary
Skip
stuff.
Marley,
there,
what are you doing with Nigerians?
Aren't you loving this?
I love it. Like the combination is crazy.
Okay,
like,
you're so emotional, yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, Davido, shout out to you. Shout out to
this is
everybody in that project,
this is a
honestly.
proud shout out coming from Bolu right now.
The Balogun of Port Harcourt.
You know when somebody pleases you so much, you're like, you're doing well.
Pleases sounds wrong, man.
Yeah.
It does.
I just
pleases me sounds.
Don't you
wrong.
please God?
My brother. We please God. We please
Yes.
God. We do.
Crazy guy. Oh my God, guys. All right, time check is 6:44 and you're tuned into your premium talk news and sports radio station Today 95.1 FM. And the show is Entertainment Recap, that show where you get to hear all the latest juicy gossip and gist in the world of entertainment. My name is Dave Roberts, your favorite guy on radio, your radio music, exotic zaddy dripping with opulence.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, the Balogun of Port Harcourt is in the studio.
Back again.
My name is Bolo Atafe. And I missed you guys so much. Honestly, I missed you guys so much. And like David said, we were talking about all the latest gist, gossip, and trends in the world of entertainment. By the way, it's a Monday. It's a money making Monday. So get ready to call us up and talk about your business.
Yes.
But before we go to the businesses, okay, first of all, if today's your birthday,
happy birthday
to you. Okay, happy celebrations to you. If you're celebrating any other thing, your marriage anniversary, whatever it is you're celebrating.
Yes. Congratulations to Pastor Omodibo and family. They just welcomed a new baby.
Oh, congratulations to them.
The pastor of Rema House. Yes,
the pastor of Rema House.
Congratulations to you, baby
sir.
girl. By the way,
baby girl. That's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. If you're celebrating any other thing as well, congratulations to you. And for fans of BB Niger as well, congratulations to you. Lots of news about BB Niger over the weekend, especially the party.
So
many memes all over social media.
We saw it
about
happen.
Pastor Brighto, Evangelist Apostle Brighto.
I think
dancing.
I think we sort of caged him, like we painted a picture.
Actually, it wasn't us painting this picture. I mean, like, this dude looks like an apostle. It looks like a reverend father, honestly. Already, naturally, okay. And funny part is like he also isn't exactly loud in the house. And
he's kind. He's a good guy.
He's calm, and so
like the sheep in wolves' clothing,
exactly.
right?
So people tend to say, "Oh, okay, that's our pastor there." By the way, all housemates will today be up for eviction. Apart from the head of house and I think the assistant head of house.
The election
they're about to begin their games for the HOH. So keep your fingers crossed there. I know all of you.
Who's your favorite housemate, by the way?
Favorite housemate would be, for me, I have a couple of them. Okay, I like
Neo.
I like Neo, but it talks
too much.
Okay,
too much.
Lakon, my guy, I absolutely love that guy. Smart, but at the same time, I feel he isn't bringing his A game. It's just there. I really like him.
Let's do it this way. Yeah, let's pick out one girl and one guy.
One girl and one guy. A guy. Okay, this is hard. I'll go with I don't really know them for now, so it can change over time. Okay,
right.
But like I'd go with, for now, I'll go with Kid Warrior. Guy, go Erica.
Yeah, definitely
Erica. I get fine.
Just too much.
Oh my god.
How can somebody be as fine?
Like, how
and
is
very
that possible?
cool and
like Erica's the kind of girl you look at and you're like,
I want to take you to mama.
impossible.
Like you have to meet my mom. Like you have to get married to me ASAP.
Honestly, man. All right. Man. So shout out to those two people. I feel like those two people are really playing the game.
Yeah, I would also do Erica for the girl, and then I think I would do it's confusing right now between Lakon and also, but like I think I would do also.
Shout out also, special mention to Nengi. I feel like Nengi really gets into the game. Gets into the game. Lots of the housemates this time around, apart from two people I'm not going to mention, really have
brought
the game.
The A game.
They brought the A game. They want to play. They want to win. Two people, however, are in love.
Already,
they just want to
they came from the first day. They came prepared. Meanwhile, we're not talking about Big Brother Nigeria today. Lai Mohammed is obviously kicking against it. So let's try our best. Today is a money making Monday, and you know how we do it on Mondays. You get to call me up and rep your business. All you got to do is call me up and tell me this is what I do.
And this is my handle.
And
as
this
well.
is
Drop
my
your
handle on
handles
social
so people
media.
can get to you. And please don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. So people don't call and say, hey, I got that guy's number from Today FM, all right?
No,
So guys,
no.
before I tell you engage in any business from anybody, okay, try to verify, all
Yeah.
right? Try to verify. This is just a platform to, help people and
Build
see
your
it as our
brand.
social corporate responsibility.
Yes, yeah.
I like that word. Social it's a sentence actually.
Yeah.
But let's just
We're
go
good
straight
like
to the
that,
phone
yeah?
lines, okay? 0817 0009 0810 9510951 or 0817 000951. Okay, you could send a text message to the number 0701 933 The Balogun of Port Harcourt is on deck to read your text messages.
Of course.
Okay,
of
so
course.
do all to keep the scores coming in, all right?
All right.
Rep your business.
First caller of the day. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Samuel.
Samuel. Do you know my name is Samuel?
Bolu's namesake. Your Bolu's namesake.
My name is Samuel. How are you?
Yes.
How
I'm
are you?
fine.
That's great.
Wow.
So,
I'm happy to be a first caller.
oh,
Yes,
first
you
caller,
are.
You're welcome to the show. We have something
how
special
did you
for
know? How did you know? All right, I even said it.
Okay.
Um,
So what exactly do you do? What are you into?
what my handle is block molding. I do block molding.
Block molding.
okay,
Oh,
you
that's
mold
cool.
blocks.
That's cool.
All
So
right.
like
Yeah.
do you have like a handle where people could
Reach
you?
you?
With?
Yeah, I can handle any contract.
Do you have
like
a social media
handle
page?
so people can reach you and talk with you?
Okay, can I add my number?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, 0816 0816
0816
90
90
81
81
699
699.
99.
All right. What's your name again?
Samuel.
Okay.
All right.
Samuel Boats Blood. All right.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, we cut you short there. We couldn't hear
Take
what you
more
said
than that.
lastly. All right, so guys, you have to make it real quick, okay? You tell
Snappy.
us. Snappy.
10 seconds.
Tell us, you just have like 10 seconds, all right? Just tell us what you do, your name, and also your handles.
All right. Quickly. All right. So in case you're looking for somebody who molds blocks, Samuel is your plug. Good evening. Good evening. Hello.
All right. Good evening. Yeah, please could you speak more loudly so we can hear you?
Okay, my name is Bright.
Okay,
Bright,
you're
welcome to the show. What do you do?
Okay, I'm a footballer.
You're a footballer.
Wow.
Would you like to
Yeah.
play for Arsenal?
Yeah.
So you have videos of you playing on social media, yeah? Where we could go check it out.
No, I don't have.
All right, so just drop
Give
your
us your
handles
social
if we
media
have
handle.
any scouts looking for footballers
I
out
don't
there.
have sponsor.
All right, that's
exactly why we
we
have
have
this
this platform, yeah?
Okay.
All right, so do you have any social media handles where people could go follow you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
All right, what's your name on Facebook?
Bright
Again?
Bright Cool.
Bright Cool on Facebook. Are you sure it's not babe you're looking for, Bright? Are you looking?
All
I
right.
don't trust you,
Thank
man.
you.
All right, thank you for calling. Okay, keep the calls coming in. 0817 0000951 or 0810951091. You can send a text message or WhatsApp message to the number 0701 9339962. Okay, we'll do all to read those. We've had a block molder and a footballer calling the show today.
Yeah. So in case you're
Rico.
looking for a footballer, Bright Cool is your guy. Go check him out on Facebook. It's Bright Cool. All right.
Okay, and Bright has said he will play for Arsenal one day.
Yeah,
Hopefully that
definitely.
happens.
Dreams come true.
Dude, remember I told you about Kanye West and how he was going to come back to say.
I talked about that. I talked about he checked into a medical facility and he's perfect. He's okay.
It will release album next week. I mean, this is a style.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
My name is Bruce, and I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right,
you're
welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Yeah. I'm into stamp increase and interlock.
Oh, what was that? Oh, interlocks, yeah?
Yeah, and
Wow,
South Street.
wow, that's cool. That's cool. So, like, do you have a handle where people could go reach you if they want to, reach you?
Follow you on.
I'm on WhatsApp.
All right, okay, drop your number really slowly
Quickly.
and clearly.
All right, 081
081
36
36
33
33
07
07
01.
01. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for calling. Okay.
Thank you for. Do you remember his name?
No,
I'm not sure.
But I'm sure if anybody wants to do interlocking, they
Yeah,
should have gotten that
Go
number.
check him out. All
And
right.
please check him out, and please patronize each other. We rise by lifting it.
According to the words of
the legend, David.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
You.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. What's your name? All right, I have to let you go there so other people could call in. Feel free to call us up 0817-0000951 or 0810-9510951, or you can send a text message to the number 0701-933-9962. Good evening.
Okay, call us back. We have problems with your network. Okay,
Are there messages?
This message says, "Hi presenters, how are you doing? Very well, and you? I hope fine. Yeah, we're fine. I would like to connect with teachers in River State or Port Harcourt for a part-time job. Those interested should text job to." Okay, you know what? I'm quite skeptical about
that particular message.
This particular message.
All right.
Okay, so I'm not going to add the number. All right, I'm not going to add that number because we have like lots of. I'm sorry. We have lots of threads out there, so I wouldn't. This is out of my jurisdiction.
Good evening
to you.
Hello.
Good
evening. How you doing? Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Chuk. I called you not quite long. I forgot my name. So my name is Chuk.
Oh, yeah, Chuk.
The interlocking guy, right?
Chuk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, so guys, when you call in, please, it's quite important that you say your name, okay? So people can call you and know who exactly you're speaking with. You know, like this is Nigeria. Don't dull.
Meanwhile, shout out to Monsieur Couture. Go check her out on Instagram, Monsieur Couture, Victoria Kilime. Very nice,
and
fashion design in Port Harcourt City.
Okay, 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Rebecca Obaila.
Oh,
Rebecca,
you're welcome to the show. Is this
welcome
your
to
first
the
time
show.
calling?
Thank you.
Is this your first time?
Is this your first time?
Yes, it's my
All
first
right, all right. We clap for our first timers, okay?
Thank you very
So good evening
much.
to you. What business are you into, or what do you do?
Okay, I sell all fashion items, ranging from bags, shoes, clothes, and
Human hair.
Human hair. Definitely. It has to be there. It has to be there.
Definitely, I'm sure.
No, I don't sell hair.
All right. Okay. So do you have a handle where people could go follow you up and check you up?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Quickly say that handle.
On
Clearly.
Instagram, at Obaila1414.
Again.
Obaila, OBAILA 1414.
All right.
On Instagram, yeah.
Obaila 1414.
Hello.
That's on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
What about
Obaila
Facebook
1414.
and Twitter?
No, I don't have on Twitter. I only have on WhatsApp.
Oh, WhatsApp. Okay. All right. Would you call the number real quick?
Okay. 081
081
600
600
65
65
717.
Okay. All right.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're nice like that.
Yeah, good guys.
Nice like that. This
Good
sugar daddy
guys,
in the
good
studio.
guys. What you gonna do?
Allergy, Balogun.
Hello.
Good boys. Oh, we lost that call. Do want to call us back?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Be reminded though, you could also send a text message to the number 0701 933 9962. Oh yeah, shout out also to Blessing. All right, Blessing is my good friend. She's into lots of stuff. Sells all forms of perfumes, all forms of you could follow her on social media. Tamano Iowina and Ari on Instagram.
All right. Good evening. Hello. All right. Good evening.
Okay. All right.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
I'm CJ. Good evening. Calling from
Good evening, CJ.
Welcome,
We've reached
CJ.
you like 5 times. Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm a real estate agent. I get houses and land for plants.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have a social media handle?
My number is 080.
Do you have a social media handle?
First of all, let me call my number. 080.
Okay. 0806
87
51
51
872.
872.
They can also, that is 0806 87 51.
Okay.
572.
All right.
Yeah, on Facebook, Chijoke Cook Imeji.
Okay.
Chijoke Cook
All right.
Imeji.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, we've come to the end of the show for today. It's a Money Making Monday. And, like we had
people, talk about their businesses. That was really great.
Yes.
And remember to always help each other, okay? And don't engage in fraud. Do
At
not
all,
engage in
at
fraud,
all,
right?
at all,
Do not
at all,
engage
at
in
all.
fraud. It's been a lovely, day. The weekend just passed away in a new week.
What's your plan for tomorrow?
My plan for tomorrow is to come to work, talk about, entertainment, talk about the government.
Is there any form of monopoly coming in like tonight?
I plan to beat a couple of people on Monopoly. Amongst those people, we were seeing that a couple of other people. They all know I'm the god of Monopoly. Two messages quickly. This one says, "This is unique apprentice. I'm into cutting a field weed control with chemicals as well as fumigation." Facebook, Unique Empressor. That's spelled UNIQUEMPRESA. WhatsApp number 070-638-11294. Again, 070-638-11294. This one says, "Hello, my name is Abbas. I'm a palm oil wholesaler and I also do on wristwatches of all kinds."
Okay, you do palm oil and you do wristwatches.
Okay,
dude.
I'm on WhatsApp only for now. Okay,
right.
That's 070-655-60728. So if you need palm oil or you need wristwatches, okay, 0706-556-0728. That's a really funny combination. But I do know somebody who sells beans and who also does photocopy and internet services. Real life.
Close by.
Real life.
See, you have to diversify.
You have to diversify, my brother.
Every
Everybody's
means
diversifying.
worry people will say every left is now front.
Okay, all right.
Do you understand?
This one says, "Hello, presenters. Well done to you too. I am Princess. I import shoes of all kinds, kiddies and adult sneakers, Italian shoes, designers shoes at factory price. I have customers and distributors all over Nigeria. Social media handle is Princess Eberichi Bodokoe. Again, Princess Eberichi Bodokoe.
All right.
WhatsApp number 080-305-08797. Again, 080-305-08797. My social media group is named Trailblazers.
All right. So if you want to get really nice shoes, you want to get really nice, dope
and
foreign designer wears, go check her out.
Yeah. This one says, "Hi, presenters. I am Odinaka from Oyugbo. I am a plumber. My page on Facebook is OC Builder. So it's been great having you guys and talking about.
I'm seeing more
what you
calls
do and
coming
everything.
in, but I'm sorry we can't take any more for now. We have to step out of the studio. It was wonderful. I look forward to doing this with you tomorrow. Join us during the recap 6:30 this evening.
And before we step out, we would also like to advertise our businesses.
Yes,
we're presenters. Okay,
feel free.
Follow us on social media.
Slide in DM.
For me, Dave. For me on social media, all social media platforms, okay? That's the Bolutife, that's TheBolutiFeh. Follow me and the Balogun of Potako.
Why did you have to scream like that? Like, you pass or something?
It means like if you don't follow me, there's nothing actually.
All right. For me, it's Dave Melford Roberts. At Instagram, it's Dave_Melford_Roberts. Instagram, Dave_Melford_Roberts. Twitter, it's Dave Melford Roberts. And on Facebook, it's Dave Melford Robert.
All right. So remember to keep it locked. Tomorrow is Waka State Tuesday. One of my favorite days of the week, actually. It's been nice having you guys. We'll leave you with this wonderful song
by the one and only Jason Derulo, and it's actually a remake of the TikTok video.
Okay, so you know what to do.
Speaking of money, dude is making money through TikTok.
$1 million
per view. Wow,
that could be me.
All right, guys, have a very wonderful evening. Leave you with Jason Derulo.
But I still want that. Your savage love. Your savage love. Your savage love. You could use me. Cause I still want that. Baby, I hope that this ain't karma. Cause I get around. You wanna run it up. I wanna lock it down. Usually don't be falling fast. You got a way of making me spend up all my cash. Every night and every day. I try to make you stay, but you're savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get to, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love.
FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What is happening in your community? Does your community feel government presence? Do you think your community's voice isn't heard by anyone that matters?
Join us on Area Talk, the platform that zones in on happenings in, out, and around your local communities. We focus on the problem and take eyewitness accounts to help us get a better picture on any issue. Every Tuesdays to Thursdays by 7 p.m. on Today's Connect, only on Today 95.1 FM.
You anywhere you day, brother man, you day.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
It is such a pleasure to be here. Beautiful evening to you, and welcome to
Area Talk.
I was going to
You
say
were
I was
gone
going
so
to
long.
say opinion poll.
Yes.
And then I was going to say moment of truth. And then I was like, no. This is Area Talk because there's a whole lot to talk about happening in our community today. And like I said, it's a pleasure to hear. I have the real VIPs with me in the studio. I have Boluwatife Jagede. I have Dave Roberts. Like, they are the real G's. I have lots of real niggas, but on Area Talk, they are like the real niggas. And outside Area Talk, they are part of the real niggas. It's good to have you guys here, and it's good to be here with you guys.
It's good for you to be back. Like, you mistakenly wanted to omit the fact that this was Area Talk and you wanted to say all the things, but you know, once you stay off too long, it gets to
been a long time.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't that
It was
long.
for me because I missed you.
This is the kind of show you say long time no see.
Long time no see. Oh, you're looking good, Joe. Buchi, welcome back. How you doing?
How come I didn't get all that from you
how's
guys?
the city? Did you buy bread?
Why am I
Did you buy bread
why
for
am I
us?
just hearing it now? Why am I just hearing it now?
Oh my God, it's nice. It's nice to have you here, definitely.
It's a pleasure to be here. Boluwatife, how did your day go? What did you witness?
Oh, well, witness report.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
unfortunate.
From you, right?
But it was
From
just
me.
I guess your
From
eyewitness
me.
report is just the rain.
Just the rain, and of course the road. The road is actually very bad. It is around this Choba Haxis. Yeah, one side around there. Like
On your way to the office.
on my way to the office, it was really,
You saw the
really
road.
bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
The road is always something.
Yeah.
Like you can't take that out of the everyday life we live in River State. We ply these roads, we make use of them, going to work, coming back from work. So it's part of our lives. So if it's bad, it directly affects us. It directly affects us. So I feel like we talk about these things, but hopefully one day we'll get to see the miracle we have all been waiting and anticipating for. For me, I really didn't go out today. Just came to work this morning, and I've been at the office ever since then. But I feel like so many things, transpired during the day. So callers, do feel free to let us know. You could call us up and let us know what, transpired in your area, your community, what happened during your day. We are here. We want to hear from you. We want to know things we should talk about, things that we should amplify. Are there things that are being swept under the carpet, and we want to bring it to public notice for everybody to know and understand that these things are going on with you? Feel free to call us up and we'll talk about it.
All right, and that's what Area Talk is about. You call in and share your eyewitness reports with us and tell us what's happening in your community, your area, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're here to take each and every one of them. And if it needs commendation, we do commend. If it needs to be relayed to the relevant authorities or those in charge, we do that as well. And we do so much more. Well, I think the most interesting and beautiful part of Area Talk is that all through the day you basically get stories from us, and then you just react on the stories. But on Area Talk, you personally bring those stories to us, and the only thing we ask for is that you make sure they are factual and they actually happened and they are true, of course. So then you share them with us on the program. It's an opportunity, an ample one for you to share these stories and reports with us. Now, over the weekend, something happened at Iba where quite a number. I think I'll get that story. Let me try and bring up that story. But it was regards people. Okay, so over 300 repentance cult groups in Iba community in Emwa local government area of River State took a part in oath taken as part of measures to denounce their membership of different cult groups. Now, some of the repentance cultists who spoke to our correspondent said their willingness to take the oath is a proof of their genuine repentance and willingness to embrace peace. So the repentance cultists, while calling on those who are yet to embrace the existing peace in Iba to urgently do so, insisted that forgiveness is the key in moving the community forward. And earlier, the Chief Security Officer of Iba Security Peace and Advisory Committee, Ohaka Obisike, and the Secretary of the East Park, Alero Livingstone Chikapobi, Chikap Obi, while warning those who were once engaged in cult-related activities to come for the oath taken, said the 21 days ultimatum still stands. Well, I won't be sharing their voices with you, the vox pop we got from them. But I think the basic thing I would love to talk about is the fact that it seems to be a trend. On Sunday, on the newspaper review, we talked about, I'm sure we all know the story of Boko Haram extremists, ex-Boko Haram extremists, and their graduation. Of them. More than 200. I think about 600 and some were not. Some had issues, but I don't know. I can't say the exact figures that graduated though. But somehow, some persons tend to see these two guys as similar something. Cultism. In cult clashes in River State or cult attack or cult war, you get to hear people being maimed, people being beheaded, people being shot, and houses burnt down, properties destroyed. And you also get to hear cases of kidnap, although I really haven't heard anything of explosion. I think that's the only thing Boko Haram does that cultists don't do. So, and people would say, oh, Boko Haram is this, why do you allow them, why do you train them, why do you rehabilitate them and then push them back into the society? And then I asked myself, what exactly is the difference? If you're condemning what is done to the ex-Boko Haram members, what would you say regards cultists, not just in River State, all over, for cultists that say, oh, we want to embrace peace and we want to lay down our arms, and then you integrate them back into the society. In some cases here in River State, we get to hear allegations that some of these guys that lay down their arms are actually the ones that get integrated into some security bodies in the state. And although those are basically allegations, but the question is, what exactly is the difference between those Boko Haram extremists that most of us seem to condemn so much? And the thing is that these guys actually go through rehabilitation after a period of time. Then they are integrated into the society and they are being involved or given one or two things. They get them involved in some handwork so they can, well, keep busy and have something reasonable doing with their life. But on the other hand, for some cultists that have been, that so to say, they want to accept peace and lay down their arms, and many a times you don't see these people being given something meaningful to get engaged in. So I don't know. I'm just trying to understand what exactly the difference between this ex-Boko Haram and members and cultists that sort of lay down their arms. What exactly would be the difference? Because some persons completely condemn the rehabilitation of Boko Haram members and reintegrating them into the society.
First off, I would like to say the Boko Haram, the Boko Haram sect itself, it's a terrorist group. Do you understand? It's branded as a terrorist group, and the kind of level of concern you would put towards that area might not be the same with, confraternities or cult groups happening, or the activities happening over here in the South. But what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't justify or it doesn't negate the fact that these guys, if they are ready, to embrace peace, should be given a chance. I would like to see this. There is always an opportunity for diplomacy. There's always an opportunity for people to meet in the middle. If it's agitation that is their, core goal or their obligation, this is what they are coming in for. They are agitating for something. That's their impression, but they are coming in from a very, violent approach. So I feel like if we can meet halfway, and if we can dialogue and have a diplomatic resolution to these issues, because... Are
you saying it's towards Boko Haram?
Towards both sides.
Cultism.
Towards both sides.
Okay.
Lives are lost. Properties are destroyed. Innocent people die. You can't say one is bigger because it's a regional thing, or one is lower because it's a regional thing, and one is bigger because it stems
out internationally. So if it's meeting halfway to resolving these issues and mitigating the issue of violence, because that's the catchphrase there. Violence is the thing we're trying to curb. So if it's trying to use this as a bait, amnesty as a bait, I would, for people to actually think that it's wrong, I wouldn't know the best approach. Having this kind of number of people saying they are dropping down their arms and they want to embrace peace. What other approach would you?
But don't you think it's a thing of failure when it comes to security agencies in the country? Because while these guys are still into causing mayhem and making the place insecure for people around, if our security agencies are actually strong enough or active enough, or the sort of, I think to some extent they would be able to tackle these people, and these guys would have no choice than to just we're giving up or something regarding that. And we might not necessarily need something like amnesty, because it's like we don't have any other way, we don't have any other option, and that's why we just want to negotiate so you can calm down and we also calm down. It might not completely be because we don't have other option, but if you look at the kind of mayhem and issue or chaos some of these guys have wrecked in some societies, properties, lives been lost, you tend to wonder, why exactly are you giving these guys amnesty? Why exactly are you saying, okay, after everything you have done, because you want to embrace peace, it's fine? Now, we're not ruling out the fact that forgiveness...
They have done things already.
We are definitely ruling out the fact that they have done things, and that's why you're accepting them in.
Okay.
But as much as I know that forgiveness is something really key, what do you say to someone whose only child died because of what you did? How do you appeal to that person's conscience? What do you say to someone who you burnt down their house and maybe a grandfather or someone aged was in the building and the person died in the process because you were sort of involved in court activities? What do you say to someone you amputated a part of their body and they have to live for the rest of their life handicapped? And then you come out one day to say, now, I'm not saying forgiveness is ruled out, but we are humans and we might say we are mini gods, but did you have to do that in the first place?
Well,
and everything you do, there should be some sort of punishment, or whether it's nature, whether it's human, whether however it happens, but it somehow comes back to you.
A recompense.
Yeah, so... But go ahead.
Well, I would like to see this in a different light, actually. I want to go a different direction, a more different direction. Let's look at it from this angle. Why are these cultists into cult activities, first of all? Let me say maybe because these people don't actually have what to do. Like jobs.
You think?
For real. I actually feel... I think that one of the reasons why some of these cultists don't, I'm not justifying their activities. I'm not saying that what they are doing is good or anything. I'm just trying to look at this from a different light. That let's look at it differently. That these cult people, let's say maybe it's because they don't have jobs. That's why they are into this cult activities. But this Boko Haram thing on its own end has been said to be religious in nature. You get? So it's not a fight of it's about we not having jobs,
and things that comes with religiosity are really intense though.
Yeah. So it's not a matter of we don't have jobs or there is something going on that is wrong or something.
Well,
it is religious in nature.
It
is religious in nature. But this other one, we're looking at it from the angle that maybe it's because of some failed system in the country which has allowed these people to feel like, we don't have jobs, we don't have these things, so if we don't have these things, then we can take it by force. So
I don't particularly see it in that. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm just saying maybe.
But they are both classified as violent
I'm not saying that they are not violent.
No matter what drives you into violence, the bottom line is you actually committed violence.
The crime of violence.
Well, I just want to drive on the point that these people are doing they're into violence, and we all know that they're into these things, but I will not support
okay, you are not you
or
feel
terrorism.
Boko Haram should not be compared to occultism. Is that what you're saying?
I'm trying to say that they shouldn't be compared to cultism.
It's way higher
because it's way higher. Because this cultist, as Wuchi said, is because of some, wrongs in the system. That's why they have to, go the amnesty way and have to go oath taking before these people drop their things and all that. But then the Boko Haram thing, I don't think that they need to go through. They need to serve a particular amount of term first. I believe they need to serve it. Let me
come in here.
They need to know before they go into rehabilitation, and then before they now bring them out and now say, okay, we can integrate you into the society.
Right.
It's not that easy.
Will they willfully go through that process? That's one thought we should hold. At stake.
That's what they're doing. They're rehabilitating them and putting them into the society. But I feel like they should be in
some sort of punishment.
Sort of punishment for what of those girls, what of those abducted girls.
Who will willfully come out to say, I committed a crime and I'm willing to take whatever punishment that comes before you reintegrate me into the society? These things are.
If at all that will happen, I don't think it's left for them. As long as you willfully say you want to lay down your arms.
Were you able to get them in the first place? Were you able to arrest them? Were you able to detain them?
Well, if they arrest and detain them, they should most definitely allow them to
obviously they weren't arrested here.
And when they go
if that's the case, if that's what you want to happen to Boko Haram, don't you think similar punishments, similar things should be done to the cultists?
It could also go for cultists, but when cultists are out, they should make sure that jobs are made available onto them.
I think it's the same thing applied to both of them.
It's the same thing.
But in general, I actually brought up this particular topic because like Bolu pointed something earlier. She said, why did they get involved in cultism in the first place? And I feel that is the core root of all this. That's what we should start looking at while we're trying to salvage the issue at hand. We should also look at the reason why they are there in the first place. Some are there just because they feel like it gives them power, it gives them access to some persons that on a normal day they wouldn't meet. But I think in general, no matter why you got there, I feel myself and Wealth were talking about something earlier. And there was this, I don't know, it was trending on Twitter. A guy killed himself, one Isu guy killed himself. It's not confirmed yet.
It's still alleged.
It's still alleged.
It's not, false rape accusations.
Yeah, because of false rape accusation. And then we started talking about things going on social media and how people just tend to destroy other person's life just to be on the limelight. And whether you're doing it on social media, whether you're defaming someone's image on social media, whether you're killing someone, whether you're maiming someone, whether you're raping someone, I think it's all because we are gradually losing our humanity. Because we are acting like she pointed out, lower class animals. And like I would always say, many people, I think the core where all this thing started is when people started imbibing this act and thoughts or attitude of, I want to make myself happy. Meanwhile, to be human, it's not just about you, it's about everyone around you.
Making everyone around you happy.
What was this? Chicken, a hen. I think a hen is actually more reasonable than some humans. Because if you watch a hen and the child, when the hawk is coming to attack, there's a possibility that the hawk can actually attack the mother as well.
Yes.
But she really doesn't care about what you do to her as long as she's shielding her children. Do you get? But for us, it's, I'm not going to save myself. Save these children, maybe.
The idea of liberalism has been a misconception to many people and still will be a misconception to many people. The fact that you have the right to do what you have to do, or you have the rights, you have human rights, let me use that word, doesn't mean that you should use your human rights to at the detriment of other people.
Yeah.
And it stems off into many things. If you talk about the fact that we are losing our human side and everything, it stems off into many things. There are many aspects that we are not really considering or looking, towards at this time. But back to what we were saying. This approach, since the insurgents started, this approach they have been using so far, what has been the response? I am not in any way supportive of the fact that, people who have killed and caused havoc and destruction so far are being compensated. I'm really angry. I'm really frowning at that, gesture. But so far, can we now see this as a new approach to curbing this thing. That's the angle I'm coming in from.
And if we are going to adopt, if we're going to start seeing this as a new approach in curbing insecurity, is it not just pushing more persons into insecurity? Because at the end of the day, we'll like try to be diplomatic and then we'll give amnesty, we'll get amnesty. And it's a win-win for us at the end of the day. But
and then they'll set them up and give them some basic things and be like, well,
now let's flip this. Let's reverse it. Take away amnesty right now. Aren't you going to see the insurgents still going on? And this guy is still perpetrating what they are doing.
If our security agencies are tough enough or are active enough to that extent, I'm not saying they are not active, but if they are active enough to that extent where as soon as you try this nonsense, we are in for you and you go down.
How long have we been listening to this? We have been hearing Boko Haram has been technically conquered in so part of the country. We have been hearing that this paradigms, these structures are being set in place, to curb and curtail the menace going on, and we haven't seen proof. We haven't seen results. Personally, I feel like I wouldn't want to put this out right now so that it doesn't, corrupt the minds of people as regards what the government is doing. But people will have the impression like, it's a decoy for something that we are not seeing, giving these guys money that they don't work for. So what I feel is, for the cases of cultism and this violent acts in Rivers State here, if this can be an approach, rehabilitate them. I'm not using the Boko Haram instance.
It's not just telling them to lay down their arms, rehabilitate them.
If this can be, it wouldn't classify it as terrorism at the time, but if this can be an approach to mitigating the issue of violence in River, it's bad. You have young boys, you have secondary school students, you have primary school students, you have people who barely understand what the concept of life is inducted into this lifestyle.
What environment have they been in? We have to look at a lot of things. You have to move these people from a certain area and bring them to somewhere
born into this. Somewhere forcefully inducted into this. I remember growing up as a child, you never know what is coming your way until somebody tells you, oh, you have to arm yourself, you have to be prepared, you have to be on this side, so that anytime things like this happen, we're out for you, we are defending you. So most people were indoctrinated into this kind of lifestyle, into this system.
So I'm sorry to cut you short, but we seem to be running out of time. In
a nutshell,
general now,
I feel it's a very nice step. It's a nice step. Contributing to the progress and the development of Rivers State, but they can see through to the
rehabilitating them, and after rehabilitation, get them meaningfully engaged,
move them from that environment, move them to a certain good and
convenient location,
not just convenient,
or taking their mind out of
an
this
environment,
context.
a positive environment that would change their views.
You want to fly them abroad? Is there anywhere in Nigeria that?
Well, I believe that there should be areas like that where they could, see some
maybe they'll take them to Big Brother house,
positive vibes,
and then they'll be
locked
up in Big Brother house.
No,
All right. Meanwhile, let me just share this report quickly before we put on the phone lines. The Federal Ministry of Education has announced the reopening of secondary schools for JSS 3 and SS 3 from August 4th, 2020. So students will have 2 weeks to prepare for the West African examinations, which will commence on August 17, 2020. Meanwhile, there's this Western state that has been preparing the children long before now. But, these were the unanimous decisions that was reached at a virtual consultative meeting between the Federal Ministry of Education, Commissioners of Education of the 36 states, the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the proprietors of private schools, and chief executives of examination bodies. Now, according to the statement by the director, Press and Public Relations Ben Gong, it was agreed that the exit classes should resume immediately after the Salah break from August 4th, 2020 to enable them to prepare for the WAEC examination scheduled to commence from the 17th of August, 2020. Now, the meeting also resolved that a passionate appeal be made to the federal government through the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and public-spirited Nigerians for assistance to schools across the country to enable them fast-track their preparations, safe reopening as agreed. Now, the minister further stated that another meeting will be held tomorrow between the Federal Ministry of Education and chief executives of the examination bodies, namely NECO, NAPTEB, and BICE, to harmonize their examination date, which will be conveyed to stakeholders expeditiously by the Federal Ministry of Education. We'll be right back. We'll go on a short break, and as soon as we get back, we will head straight up to the phone lines. Just stay tuned.
Ninja Noodles Ultimate Search 2020. Battle of the Ports. The hit is on in search for the Noodles Ultimate Search winner. To participate, pick up your film at Today FM Drive off East West Road before UPTH Port Harcourt, River State. Or log on to www.noodlescookingquest.com and send a text with your full name, age, location, and a 3-minute video of yourself while cooking Indomie noodles via WhatsApp to 081-631-34209 and stand a chance to win fantastic prizes. Online auditions will hold in Oyo, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, Ondo, Delta, Abuja, Cross River, Edo, Uyo, Anambra, Kaduna, Katsina, Kwara, Rivers, Enugu, Imo, Osun, and Benue State. Audition entry starts on the 2nd of July to the 1st of September 2020. For more information, please call 08038943712. Get up! Pick up your pots and spoons. Let's get cooking! Proudly sponsored by Indomie Noodles, official media partners. Today 95.1 FM.
All right, welcome back from that short commercial. You're still on to Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People, all the way from the Garden City of Port Harcourt. This is Area Talk, and I have Dave Roberts, Boluwatifet Jagede, and I am Buchi Rafa. Without further ado, let's head straight up to the phone lines and get your eyewitness reports. Good evening to you, and welcome.
Yeah. Hello, Buchi?
You're welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Right. Yeah, good evening. Buchi? My problem is our road. Umodogo Road. Umodogo is suffering too much, especially this time. I am telling you. And we don't know that the road NDDC, 2-kilometer road, NDDC award in my community, a major place where we are taking our food, that NDDC abandoned it. That one go to Rumodo 2 for Rumodo 2 to Calabari side. NDDC abandon that road. I don't know that NDDC use this our road money. They see on the whole money what they're supposed to do our road. I am calling upon the NDDC. Akpabio, let them not kill Akpabio first. Let Akpabio bring our money, our road money first. Let them come and work our money before anything what they want to do, let them do it. Let them refund our money so that the contractor will come back work. We are suffering. We don't know that this available guy will still take all this our money. It's not to do a contract. I am telling them. I am telling the governor. Yes, we can let him drive for us. We are begging him. Our brother, our father. They are seeing our cry. We are suffering. Cry over every day by day. Let them help us and do it because I know that I would have a small power as far as development is concerned. So talk about this our road. Let them go and help us so that we see a good road in our community. Thank you, Uchi.
All right. Thank you so much, Waburma, for calling in. Waburma is still of the opinion that please, whatever you want to do to Akpabio, let it wait for now. Let him bring our money first. I wonder who says that.
Who wants to kill him?
Something killing is happening there. Nothing killing is happening in Waburma. It's just a probe. At the 5.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Baba for the masses.
All right.
From Port Harcourt.
Good to have you here. Go ahead.
Ibuchineke. Good evening.
Say Ibuchineke.
Ibuchineke. That's your full name from now on.
Yes, nobody is God.
That's wonderful.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, I want to comment on community area reporting, Rumek in the community.
Go ahead.
Let me start with Rumek in the health center. Right at the back of your station. That health center is nothing to write home about. In fact, I don't know what to call that, whether it's a security post or what. I don't know. I don't even see activities of health center existing in that particular health center. I'm calling on River State government to please give attention to that health center. That is the only health center that covers, in fact, in my entire world, Rumekin, Rumosi, Alakaya, Choba, Rumalog, just only one health center. Then, the community secondary school. I don't know how many teachers exist in that school because no road that is up to 2 kilometers that lead to that school. That is, it's not workable of driving. The school is more fenced. You see different activities happening in that school. You see, in fact, no structure in that school. No structure. That school, they started that school with about 7 classrooms up till the date. The school remains with 7 classrooms. How can you run a secondary school since 1994 up till this time with 7 classrooms? It's unfair. The government should please give attention to that school. Please. I don't talk about NDDC. Just a road. Even the health center road is nothing to help them about. I don't talk about the secondary school. And none of this road is more than 2 kilometer road.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
I'm Ingwe Sunday from Rumuji.
Ingwe Sunday. Welcome.
From Emuwa local government.
Good to have you. Go ahead.
I'm giving you 3 area reports from this Rumuji right now.
Shoot.
There's one woman from is a widow from this Rumuji. She's crying bitterly. This outer Fulani men. Their cattle have brushed the farm. The fruit her cassava. Their name is red and white. Okulogwa. She's crying bitterly. She tell him, I'm telling you for this Rumuji. I'm telling you.
All right, please, Igwe Sunday, do want to call back so you can share the other 2 reports with us, please. 95.1 FM. Good evening. Hello.
I think it's not clear enough. Can you hear us?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, you might need to be more audible, please, so we can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, it's better now. Go ahead, please.
That is Emenike calling from Delhi.
Long time.
Who has missed you?
Oh, you are welcome.
Go ahead.
For long, I have no cause. People that are crying, a white Brahma and Chima that are crying every day. Nobody's hearing them. So nobody, no need to shout. You don't have problem at Indeli. At Indeli, we're okay. Have food, have life. Everything is working here. So if this government is not government that shout and shout and shout, they will not hear you. That's why we want to get from this. It's working well at it. So we don't have problems. And then continue. God will just one thing. God will give people to one thing. Tell somebody to give people.
All right.
Thank you. I don't want to talk much.
All right, Emenike. Thank you so much for calling in, Emenike.
Don't give up hope. People already are in a form of despair. So if you feel like God wouldn't answer or nothing will be done, just keep hoping and praying. One day it's going to get better.
Yeah, they say the hunger will not get hope, now they keep us. So the Minister of Transportation, Chibike Amechi, says pressure from participants in upcoming Salah celebration has forced him to open the railways. But I'd love you to take a listen to what Amechi had to say. The strict warning he gave to those that would be, using the rail as a means of transportation to wherever it is they are going to or coming from after or before the Salah. Take a listen to what Tamechi had to say, though.
I have seen people die of COVID, so I'm dead scared. If you ask the last speaker, I refuse to agree that we should open the railways. It is the pressure of those who want to participate in the forthcoming spiritual activities that made me accept that we'll open the railways from Abuja to Kaduna. What are your requirements? We don't want to see how handsome you are or how beautiful you are. Please wear for me a face mask, not a mouth mask. Nigerians wear mouth mask. If you do that, the train will stop and you will come down. You will not enter the station if you don't have a hand sanitizer. We must see a hand sanitizer. We must make sure it is not below 79% alcohol.
All right, that's
Strict
the Minister of
warning.
Transportation, and is really strict.
Yes.
Well, I hope it happens like he said, because actually Nigerians wear mouth masks.
Most of the time.
Obviously, from the way he's sounding, there are going to be really,
He said
really
he's
rigid
dead
rules.
scared,
Dead scared.
dead scared of
doesn't
COVID-19.
want
And
to
for those
play
that are
with it at
feeling
all.
exactly, see how serious Amici is taking it. I wonder why some of you are still just like a Desico regards taking good care of yourself and staying safe away from COVID-19. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Buji.
Good evening to you and welcome.
Yeah, I'm Simeon from Dele.
Simeon, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to. I just see that now that they are unveiling the list of contractors who were awarded, the contracts.
Okay.
They should try and check the contractor that was given the Ukeli road that in Delhi, because that man abandoned that work for the past 8 years. They should try, and tell us who is the contractor awarded that road, Ukeli road in Delhi, road. Just an example of about 2 miles. And then the person just did it I just left. A half job. Abandon it and chop all the money. So she should try, and tell us who is the contractor giving that to the road, please.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Good evening.
Good evening, Buti.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah, I hope to Chima, calling from Port Harcourt.
Chima, it's good to hear from you.
Good evening, Mr. Robert and Boluwa.
Good evening. Welcome, Mr. Chima.
Yes, Buti, I was consumed on a spot today.
Okay.
I paused for about 10 minutes thinking on what politics have brought for us, the people of Umodogo. You understand? I was thinking about it. What has politics brought for us? Ever since we started voting, we cast our vote every 4 years. We cast our vote to the local government chairman. We cast our vote to the House of Reps. We cast our vote to the senators, the governors. Then I pondered today. I said, what has it given to us? And in my conclusion, I find out that it's nothing, Buki. You understand?
Okay.
Every social amenity that every other community enjoy in this state, which I have seen, even I drove to Elele, the Chairman's village, you see tar roads everywhere, even the farm roads everywhere, tied. What has policies given to the people of Tumodogo? You understand? I drove around in Chairman village at Elele, everywhere is tied. There is light in Elele, everywhere. There is water. Is that how politics is being played? You understand? In River State? So, Buti, we have decided to take our destiny in our hands. And let me call on Legislative Assembly of Emoha. Please, replicate what is happening now with and under in the government and commence impeachment process on the chairman. Let him be impeached. You understand? On gross incompetence. Because we are not seeing anything in Emoha. The chairman is quiet. The last time he came, he saw and to clear the air, he still the same thing he said over and over again. You are a witness to me, Buti. He repeated the same thing. That is on the process of doing that. You are nothing. You understand? So for me, we have decided that we are going to take our deck in our hands That protest is on August 3rd. So I have decided that let every son and daughter of Gumuodogo who is already aware of this protest, they should make themselves available. We will express our grievance within the ambit of the law to express our grievance over the four deplorable state of our roads and other social amenities. Since today, we want to have remained the way it is ever since its creation. You understand? You can accept it in the sense of activity. So we are calling on them. We don't know what we have done to them. We don't know the offense. Whatever offense we have committed, let them forgive Gumuodogo people and give us at least the road. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Chima. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hey, thank God, Gucci, Bolu, and Robert.
Good evening.
Gucci, my area report before I tell you the difference between Boko Haram and Niger Delta militants. First of all, this place that our brothers from the north are parking trailers in our order. The road is breaking. That's number one. The shoulder of the road is breaking.
Where is that? Where in order?
Just before you reach Ahoda and enter from Ilele. Before you reach Ahoda from the Deeper Life camp down to the bridge. A long trailer. A man, I saw one trailer creating Boa. If a man has such a number of trailer, that's more than 40. I almost lost count today. Why not buy a land and create a park? Will you line all your trailers along the road, breaking the shoulder of the road? That is number one. Then number two, the mid lane between the old road and the new road. If you are frying Indomie or eating Indomie pack can catch fire, put it in a carton and burn it. You go and throw it on the mid lane, scatter it everywhere. Is that how to live life? Is that how to do in some local government? You leave your state, come to Nassau and make it dirty. All the things you eat, you can't throw it on the mid lane. If they leave that thing for the next 6 months, that mid lane will be a heap of dirty. I'm telling you the truth. Let people that are in charge of sanitation go and tell them anything that can catch fire now, they should burn it. Not that they will throw everything outside. It does not make sense. Then two, the difference between Boko Haram and this thing is that Boko Haram, first of all, the feeling have not left me. 200 something girls being kidnapped. Some people have not seen their girls now, as daughters now. Number one, they disguise like herdsmen and kill. Number two, they burn churches. Number three, they have international connections. If ever, I will mention many, if ever they want to bring them back to the society, they would have first of all made them, like Bolu said, have some little time, maybe in a place that feeling, that killing feeling will be out of them. And also, those militants that are being brought back to the society, they help the government to now go and talk to the other ones. There's no need of you bringing back 200 Boko Haram into the society. Why is Boko Haram still on? There will be informants. A lot of Nigerian soldiers will be killed. Because the militants that are being calculated to society here, some of them are now pipeline welders. Some are learning one thing than another. Some are useful to the government, giving information and also bringing those who are here to not left cultism back. Like this here, this village called this village in a room, what is it called? That more than 20 something militants have taken amnesty. You know, but the Boko Haram is not so. They are still fighting Nigerian army. They are still killing Nigerian army. To the extent Nigerian army want to resign from war front. They want to bring 200 of them in society. To do what for the government? Is it to help them to get the other ones repent of their killing, or to help them kill more of Nigerian soldiers? What is the aim of the Boko Haram 200 being brought back to society? What is the advantage for government? Like those ones that are being changed from Niger Delta to help government bring back the ones that have not repented to repent. I want the answer to this one. What is the use of this one going to do to end Boko Haram? You can see now that the way Niger Delta militants have helped, or those courts have helped, so Emohana is now safe to the help of the government also bringing us back. So what are we going to benefit from this older Boko Haram that we want to be brought back so that they can end Boko Haram in the north? If not so, it's a sabotage.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, BRB, thank you so much for calling in. Good evening. Hello. All right, do also call back when you're much more, when you're paying attention. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
First call, my name is Samuel, calling from
Hello, Samuel. The line's breaking. Please do also call back if you can.
Yes, Mushi.
Good evening. Welcome.
Mushi, good evening. I miss you.
I missed you too. Welcome.
I greet everybody here in the studio. Yes.
Good evening. Yeah, Madam Daka, it's good to hear from you today. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Yes. I want to talk about my road. The last time you were not around, and I told my people there about my road. I don't know if you have been to Ogoni land. Buchi, in this rain, there is just no way. The bridge is almost collapsing. I don't want to hear any condolence from anybody to this my place here. I don't want to hear. That is why I'm begging them to come and fix this road. NDDC, what one person has taken home from the information that we are hearing, can take care of this road so that when people can come out of our villages and enter the town and come back home. I don't know what is going on. Uchi, what shall we do for us to have road? There is no way. What is going on? Are we not part of this country? Come to think of what they take out of our place here. It is terrible. They will be making money from Onewo. They are making money from the companies. Yet we don't have roads. Truth will come, we will suffer, we will cry and cry. Only we will suffer. They are collecting money. Buchi, I don't know where you will see them. Tell them to come and give us roads. And stop sharing NDDC money. That is my position this evening. Thank you and have a nice time.
All right. Bye. Madam Doka, it's good to hear from you. Thank you so much. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to hear from you.
Yes.
Turn off your listening device, please.
Yes. Okay. I greet all your children in the house.
Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, George.
Yes, my name is George. George, calling from Romeo. Okay. As I'm talking to you now, I'm in my community now. We have life. We have our brothers in the house give us water from all the family in Romeo that make up Romeo community. I told you that Romeo was only one of it. Protect Canada. The Protect community secondary is located in Romeo. That was what dedicated us to one of our brothers, they called Apostle. Just place your citizen in the day is from Romeo community. The first local government chairman in MO1 from Romeo community, we call it Manjo. The retired teacher, these are allies of Romeo community. That's because they are guided in project. We don't talk about it. Please, I am pleading with Wiki, the governor of River State, on the plight of Romeo community and listen to their plight of Romeo right now. We are people that put in agricultural products. We sell to the market. They are good in bringing cash to other communities. And we have boundaries with our brothers, I am also pleading with them that they should listen to the plight of good aspect of my concern. Basically, my concern is that when you drop at first, you can go to the middle. From Kudu community, get to Kola, that have a boundary from Calabari House, where you get to Tomewo, community. They have a standing. Community today, they are enjoying because they have Clean Nigeria Limited. The ethics center in Nemo local government or dead in plan. I am pleading with them. Let them listen to the fact.
All right.
And Rumodugu community should also make sure that their character reformation, you have this Rumodugu in the best way, not hesitate on because they are giving Boko Haram second chance to give second chance. So they should come and listen to the side of people that doesn't have to go communities that doesn't have to. And not that they have awarded this contract. This contract was awarded. Eastern Nigeria needed a written contract from Emua local government area. I have written several letters. Keep on telling me that the government is not really complying. That is why I went to court. But they should listen to the side of people. Come back to the local government chairman. Some are lazy.
You should wrap up now, though.
Yes, okay. We are not castigating your government. We are saying that you are elected to solve problems. And you have to solve the problems of your community. That is why we are saying that come back to order in farm. Because that is the center.
All right, Judge. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah, at this juncture, we should be wrapping up now. Let's get your final words before we leave.
All right, like I always say, we should learn how to, do the right things. Let our lives be the example. Let our lives be the change you would want to see in others. Be that change you want to see in others. Encourage yourself. You can make it. Believe in Nigeria. We can still make it. It's a process. Definitely one day, everything is going to be better.
Well, there is no justification for being a terrible person or for being a cultist or a terrorist or whatever it is you want to sugarcoat it to be. But then you have to live a renewed and changed life. There is still hope for you. There is still hope for Nigeria. Everything can still change. Everything can be better. You can be a better person. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Don't just keep complaining. Don't just keep doing bad things, but be the change that you want to see in this world.
All right. And on that note, we say thank you for being a part of Area Talk tonight. Boluwati Fair is her name. Dave Roberts is his name. And I am Buchira. Why are you staring like that?
You're beautiful now. This is me shooting my shot right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go.
Do have a beautiful evening and stay tuned. Opinion Poll is up next. Good evening.
Is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the alarm is the one who made the public know about.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your Premium Talk Radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
Emeka, biko, bia.
What is it?
How come Chukwudi, that guy, how come he's making more sales than us? And we are in the same line of business, eh?
Relax. Cool down.
Are you sure he's not using something? Eh? Ask him so that whatever he says, we can use it.
I'll do something. I'll meet him.
Ask him now, wow.
I'll meet him. He's my brother. Calm down. What is that thing you are doing? I'm your brother. What is that thing you're doing? Look at your shop now. It's always busy.
Look, my friend, it is very simple. I don't tell you this thing before, but you know they hear me.
I am willing to go anywhere, any length. Just what is it you are doing? What is the secret?
It is very simple. See, just take your business, okay? Take your business, go to Today FM for adverts, and you go experience change.
Chukudi, stop this joke now.
I tell you, because now, as they talk so, their rates don't drop.
Chukudi, are you being serious?
I did tell you.
Where this man goes, Seth? Oga Chukudi, want buy something new? Oga Chukudi.
You they collect money. Chief can face you come now.
I come. Emeka, I need to go now. But don't forget though, Today 95.1 FM. Carry your business, go give them, and you will see change.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best.
Chukudi, Dalo, thank you very much.
Biko, be family.
Thank you.
Words
mean more than what is set down on paper. We often refuse to accept an idea merely because of the tone. The tongue can point to what the eyes cannot see. Not advertising on Today 95.1 FM is like stopping your watch to save time. At Today 95.1 FM, what we're saying is more important than how you say it. Allow us to give that idea of yours a voice. A voice. Give us a call on the numbers 0818 389 2850. Again, 0818 389 2850.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
You can never plan the future but the past. He who has a right to live can bear almost any out. Lost time is never found again. It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen. I don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. In the end. It is not the years in your life that counts. It is the life in your years. Make it count with us. Make it count with us at Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Driver, if not that Muslim man, me I no go enter this your motor. Because I can't enter that motor with this Muslim.
Madam, enter. I take a baby. What to let
Well, if this woman enter this car, I go drop from this car.
Want to enter. My child and his
Driver, I go pay you. I go pay you.
Make I do something now.
I go pay you. Let
go.
I go pay you. I be allergic. I go pay you. No carry that woman. No carry that woman.
Madam, una hear me now. Christian and Muslim, don't be the same Nigeria we be. We be brother and sister now.
No carry that woman. I go pay you. Make you go.
You go pay me.
I go pay you.
Make I go.
Do we need to be guarded by one religion to meet with the Creator? The freedom of worship is a natural right to every being. Why raise arms to drag a man to accept your choice of belief? The spiritual directors now trade the message of salvation for hatred and disrespect of other religions. For all our struggles are aimed at eternity, and choice is the principle of identifying your own God.
Whether Christian or Muslim, we are all one.
Hey, you have a point anyway.
If love is the pathway to eternity, let's walk together as one in love and give respect to a man's choice of worship.
Wallahi, don't worry, I go pay for you. Oh, yeah, enter, I go pay for you.
This information is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. I am a proud Nigerian. I have been placed here by God for a time such as this.
My back, I ain't coming.
The degradation, challenges, and problems faced by Nigeria are the perfect backdrop for me to develop and utilize my God-given potential.
I will not complain. I will not criticize. Rather, I will use my skills, gifts, relationships,
and experience to find long-lasting and revolutionary solutions to the many challenges confronting Nigeria.
Nigeria will rise again.
Because I am here, I will leave this nation
a better place than I met it. I will work to make Nigeria a praise on the earth.
This was had, this little light of mine.
I will work to make Nigeria a praise on the earth. So help me God.
Let me tell you how I got this far.
This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
Hooray! Today FM is at it again. Pay for 2 slots of production and get the third free. Yes! Produce 2 items with us and get the third one absolutely free. And more information, call the following numbers.
0818 389 2850. Again, 0818 389 2850.
Only on Today 95.1 FM.
Officer, take. Officer, give me number. No time. Ma, they match am, they go.
What? You bribing the officer of the law? You under arrest. Let me see your papers. You can go. They're in order. Drive safe, okay?
I don't understand though. No be the same country again. Officer reject bribe. They arrest me yesterday. That yesterday, I go do my papers. See as I pass now. I pass without fear. You too, make you do wetin dey right. For we country to better, it dey for we hand. If you like, do like say you no hear am. To give or to take bribe, na offense.
Una don't hear am, abi? You hear am too, abi? You hear am. You hear am well. They themselves, they hear am. Now the voice of the people. Now him bring this message give una. Today 95.1 FM. Now we be the voice of the people.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This president's failed.
It's about the future of this country.
We're going to take it back.
You asked us to vote you into that position so you can bring about that
solution.
So when you vote me, then you sleep. Let me see if I can take another phone call. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
What makes a policeman to be able to feed is the gun he's holding. They use their gun to extort money from people.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
No longer news that we are truly the voice of the people.
Am I not a slave in Nigeria?
I refuse if you are. If
you're a slave. Let's not get to that now. So the Nigerian Constitution is philosophizing.
You spot the difference now?
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Every day on Today 95.1 FM, there's always an opportunity to comment and air your views on our various programs. It's not just about us. It's about you. Your opinion and your voice.
President, don't you think that it's time to step down, sir?
Be part of the story, the gist, reactions, intrigues, and the news.
President Neil Patrick Harris has called for greater regulation.
Give us a feedback or join the conversation on Twitter at TodayFM951. Our Facebook address is Today95.1 FM, or join us on the number 0701 933 9962. That's our WhatsApp application. Be informed, be educated, and have fun. We are Today 95.1 FM, voice of the people.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Driver, if not that Muslim man, me I no go enter this your motor. Because I can't enter that motor with this Muslim.
Madam, enter. I take over. I be want to let
Well, if this woman enter this car, I go drop. I go drop from
me,
this
I don't
car.
want to enter. My chain and his chain
Driver,
is not the same.
I go
I
pay
can't
you.
go beg una.
I go pay you.
Make I do something now.
I go pay you. Let
Allah,
it go.
God,
Let
no
go.
be
I go
the
pay
same.
you. I be allergic. I go pay you. No carry that woman. No carry that woman.
Madam, una hear me now. Christian and Muslim, no be the same Nigeria we be. We be brother and sister now.
No carry that woman. I go pay you. No could they go.
You go pay me.
I go pay you.
Make I go.
Do we need to be guarded by one religion to meet with the Creator? The freedom of worship is a natural right to every being. Why raise arms to drag a man to accept your choice of belief? The spiritual directors now trade the message of salvation for hatred and disrespect of other religions. For all our struggles are aimed at eternity, and choice is the principle of identifying your own God.
Whether Christian or Muslim, we are all one.
Hey, you have a point anyway.
I'm allergic.
If love is the pathway to eternity, let's walk together as one in love and give respect to a man's choice of worship.
Wallahi, Yanuya, don't worry, I will pay for you. Oh, yeah, enter, I will pay for you.
This information is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, Voice of the People.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Nigeria the best place to be? Is there any other place you think you would want to, you feel you should have been birthed to other than this country? Don't you love your country? Well, I think Nigeria is a wonderful country, and as much as I know we have lots and lots of issues, I believe that we will get to that place where we all think or believe we should be at. But well, it's just human nature that will keep wanting more. And well, we can compare Nigeria to many other countries, but they also are looking forward to more. They also want something new, the same way we also want something new. But I guess some persons would say it's been a long time. We should have been way beyond this level at which we're in right now. But well, like I asked, I wonder if there's any other place you think you would have loved to be birthed to other than Nigeria. Because I, for one, am glad to be a Nigerian. I don't know about you. All right, so I'm sure so many persons would want to, what exactly are you saying, Buchi? But well, I said what I said. Now, I think there are some stories you should actually look out for. Stories like the Babio's allegation. And well, Bushi has come out to say that it's not true that he didn't get 53 contracts from the NDDC. And well, there's also a story of federal government lifting ban on the airline that flew Naira Marley to Abuja, and many much more stories that I'm pretty sure we'll be sharing with you. And maybe tomorrow there might be lots of discussion regards to the stories. But the program is Opinion Poll, and you are welcome. My name is Bachira. For on Opinion Poll, we basically talk about issues, and then we get your thoughts, your opinions, like the Name of the program is Get Your Opinions and Views on the particular issues we'll be discussing on. And for tonight, we'll be looking at the issues in Nigeria and the journey and what's actually happening in Mali. Well, so a roundtable discussion was held by the West African regional body ECOWAS to find solution to the political crisis for Mali. But, well, it ended with no deal between the government and the opposition party. As at Thursday, there was a meeting. Well, the opposition coalition wants to make the president, that's President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, to resign. They said that his government has failed to improve the security situation for the country, and that's why they are calling for his resignation. Now, 5 presidents from the West African countries held talks with the political actors for Mali as on Thursday to settle the issue, but of course they refused. So the opposition coalition that is being headed or led by a popular Islamic cleric, Mahmoud Diko, it said that they actually rejected the proposal, said that they should make a form of a national unity government. So the opposition party was actually firm on their grounds, and they said that the president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, must step down and make let them put in place interim government. But of course, the regional body of ECOWAS has cancelled that particular option. They said that any change of government must follow what the constitution says. And well, today a virtual meeting was held, and well, according to the Premium Time, it reported that the President Muhammadu Buhari, as at today, he joined the other sub-regional leaders of the Economic Community of West African States in an extraordinary virtual meeting to mitigate the political crisis in Mali. So NAN reports that the meeting was summoned in line with the outcome of Thursday's meeting of the ECOWAS leaders in Bamako, Mali. So the chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Governments of ECOWAS, President Mohamedou Issoufou, had on Thursday said that the sub-regional organization would do all it could to address the crisis in Mali. So Thursday's meeting was attended by President Buhari, host President Ibrahim Keita, and President Macky Sall of Senegal, Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, and Alassane Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire. A special statement that was sent out by Femi Adesina, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity in Abuja, on Friday, said that the ECOWAS leaders listened to a brief by the ECOWAS Special Envoy, former President Goodluck Jonathan, and leader of the opposition, Imam Mahmoud Diko, and the representatives of the opposition alliance, M5, and civil society organization also briefed the leaders on their positions over the crisis. Now, for our discussion today, or tonight rather, a whole lot has been happening in this country. Now, I just gave you a brief on what the meeting and what's going on in Mali and why the president and other African presidents went there. But I'm sure you can recall that some time back, President Muhammadu Buhari had said that he had no idea of the state of insecurity in the northern part of our country. He had no idea it was that intense. And in Nigeria as a whole, today on Area Talk, we're talking about cultism in River State and militancy and Boko Haram and the rest of it. Now, in Nigeria, we've not been able to completely eradicate Boko Haram insurgency, that one going on in the north, the level of killings in the country, people being maimed, houses being burnt, properties, people losing their properties on a daily basis, losing their loved ones. So many things going on in the country, including corruption. We've not been completely able to eradicate it or bring it to its barest minimum. Maybe we're going a week without getting a report of somebody, there was a court clash somewhere, or Boko Haram attacked somewhere, or something terrible just happening. Now, it's not just insecurity, it's corruption, it's so many things. Now, let me also take your mind back to what was happening in the APC. Of course, some persons are still a bit agitated, but I'm sure you know that the president is a national leader, and with what was happening in the APC, then when President Muhammadu Buhari intervened and said all issues ongoing in the court should be withdrawn and everybody should settle their differences and put some things in place just so sanity would be restored to that party, and there wouldn't be grudges or misunderstanding or difference in interests, and it was basically we're all fighting for one goal, and let's face this, any courts you should withdraw whatever it is you have with the courts regards anything within the party. But of course, you know how that one turned out. Some persons still went ahead to go to court regards issues still in that APC where the president himself is the national leader. Even after his intervention, his direct intervention, and even after trying to put things in place, you still saw some persons still going to court. Now, the question we're asking tonight is, with everything going on in Nigeria as a country, with killings, with corruption, with so many allegations, people in high places, people in political offices that we look up to bring about positive change in our country. You hear so many allegations. See what's going on in NDDC. You know what happened with Mago in EFCC, and so many issues, corruption in the country, insecurity in the country, no infrastructure in the country. Now in Mali, on the other hand, these people are saying that this government is not delivering as much as we want. That's the opposition party now, and we want him to step down. And now our president, in conjunction with many other African presidents, who went there to settle the issue there and to find a way to bring about peace in that country. Don't forget, now, do you think that basically with everything going on in Nigeria as a country, that Nigerian president or Nigerian government is morally right to be involved in any insecurity threats issues in Africa as a whole, in every other country within Africa or in the world, knowing fully well that we are facing, we have similar issues? So is it morally right, the Nigerian government or the president, is there any moral justification that with everything happening in your country, you're not done settling what's going on in your country? Exactly what are you going there to do? Of what impact what is it that you want to do, or what suggestion do you want to make that would bring peace to that country that has worked in your country? Do you think the Nigerian government is morally right to get involved in any insecurity threat issues in Africa or the world as a whole? I guess that's the bottom line of our discussion tonight on Opinion Poll. I'd love to get your thoughts and what you think, your opinion regards this particular question I've asked and what we're talking about on the program. So the number is 0817-0000951 or 0810-951-0951. You can send text messages or WhatsApp messages to the number 0701-933-9962. Good evening to you. Welcome to Opinion Poll.
Yeah, Bushi, welcome back from your long vacation.
Thank you so much. It's good to hear from you.
Yeah, this is Buguma in Calabar Island.
As I go ahead, please.
Now, Bushi, the question I ask is that what is happening? That I hear people say that your ass is catching fire or whatever. What is happening that the scripture, even before you came into this world, has told you that these things are common? When Apostle Paul was admonishing Corinthians people. He told them, it's a life issues. Make sure you hear it into and put it into your head that it is common. These are popular things. You will see them all over the world. Tell me the country that is crisis excluded. Tell me which world, part of the world, that the president, are you telling me now with your question, are you saying that the president is not doing anything to stop the killings that whatever is going on?
We're not saying the president is not doing anything, but
issues in other country, African country.
It's a question.
My sister, the point is that the president and the country who called him knows that he has done so much. He has done so much. Those countries calling for him to come to be part and parcel of.
No. The thing is that people want to see results, and let me also make reference to the Bible, because you made reference to the Bible, and that same Bible says you should take the log that is in your eyes before looking at the speck in your neighbor's eyes. I'm not saying probably what's happening in Nigeria is a log and what's happening over there is a speck. But whatever decision you're trying to, whatever solution you're trying to bring to the other country to make it work, has it completely worked in your country? Are the people in your country seeing results? As much as you're putting much effort into tackling issues, are we getting reasonable results as much as we ought to?
See, let me tell you, the Bible told you that as long as the earth exists, seed time harvest will not cease. Listen, these things will not stop. It is telling you that these things, no matter how you fight it, in as much as it is just like corruption, which is sin, can never leave this earth that will you and me exist. It will never leave. It will never leave. It will be there. You will only be fighting it. That as you fight one.
So let me just ask you now, do you think that insecurity and corruption in Nigeria has been brought to its barest minimum? When I mean barest minimum, like I pointed out, we can go a week without having issues of insecurity and corruption.
How to answer your question, go and make your research. In the world class, is Nigeria the worst insecurity country? Make the finding yourself. Now, let me also tell you that among those presidents going to that country called Mali, it is not only the president of Nigeria's wisdom and ideas alone that will be accepted or that will be carried. That is why I think it was not only him. There are so many presidents who went to that peace summit. So it means that it is not only the president of this country and his ideas alone that would be accepted in that peace summit. So people should not think that him being part of this thing, is he going to share that? Is he the one to share the peace summit? This is group of presidents coming to explore their wealth of wisdom.
All right.
He will contribute his own, others will contribute, and so on. At the end of the day, they will arrive at a point. But to me, I believe that for that country president to have called him to be more among the president to come to that.
Well, he's part of ECOWAS, so he has to be there.
He is doing perfectly well in his country. You remember that is how Guinea called of Magu, no matter today, is having allegation issue. Remember, Guinea called him that he should come and give them the wisdom and idea on how he's fighting the issue of the corruption, because they are seeing results in Nigeria. They called him. So for Mali president to say,
it's ECOWAS, so he has to be there. It's not like as a specific call.
No, he has at least they have seen something.
All right.
Going, because you remember the issue of the Boko Haram insecurity compared to the Jonathan era and now. You know that the man make a tremendous result. He has some remarkable, successful result that.
All right, Pastor Zaya. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Zaya, for calling in. Now, nobody's saying that efforts are not being made and inputs are not being made, and we're not seeing a difference. The bottom line is if you're going to a different place, like I pointed out what the Bible says, if you're going to take out the speck in your neighbor's eyes, you should take out what is in your eyes. Now, if you're going to somewhere to give solutions so that something positive can happen, it should be that people in your place and people around the world should have seen that whatever, if you can help. Okay, let's take, for example, Goodluck Jonathan, the peace ambassador now. Some persons feel it's because of the transition from his and everything that happened regards election and being president and the rest of it. It was peaceful, it was this, it was that, and then he was made a peace ambassador. Now, it's because they saw something that happened and something he did just for the sake of peace. Now, if a government is going to a different government to say, okay, this is what should happen. Okay, let's try and talk. Let's see. Let's give you options. And just basically trying to find a way to bring about peace in a particular country. You should have imputed those things that you're going to recommend to another place. Probably you have tried it and it has worked for you. And it has really, 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 really worked for you. And even your people are seeing that, okay, well, this thing is actually working, and so you can share with other people. It's just like someone coming to say, I'm a relationship coach, and your relationship is woefully failing, like you're doing bad in your relationship. What advice do you want to give to the other person that's having challenges in their relationship when you yourself have not been able to work out your own issues? Now, I think that's basically what it's like, and that's the question so many persons are asking, which of course we are asking tonight on the program. Let's get your thoughts towards this. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Samuel from Elelewa.
All right, Samuel, go ahead.
Yeah. Why were you wasting your time?
Can you just go ahead? Can you just go ahead with your own opinion?
No matter your sound reasoning, he will not listen.
Can you go ahead with your opinion? What makes you think your own reasoning is sound?
My opinion is that, no, you were wasting time arguing, even trying to.
We weren't arguing anything. He was bringing his thought. I think I'll need to let you go because you're looking at another person's issue.
No.
This is exactly what we are talking about. He has done his own. He has gone.
What we are saying is that the man in question there.
We are not talking about a man. We are talking about an issue in Nigeria. So that should be what you are concentrating on.
Piloting the issue we are talking about now.
What's the name of the man, please?
No, the President Buhari.
All right, go ahead.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, now. I thought you were talking about the past.
He's not aware of everything that he's talking here. Ask him now; he will tell you he's not aware. He's not aware that they are killing everywhere. So then, if he is not aware, is it me and you that is here that is going to handle it? The man has failed. There's no way he can admit it openly because he's not the one in charge. Other people that are there are doing this thing. So he's not the one in charge. So don't expect him to do anything. They just call him because he must be there. If not, if it were to be possible, they wouldn't have even asked him to come. But because he must come, so let them just see him there and this thing.
Right.
Okay, when they see him say anything, he will know what would he say. How is your own house that you want to go and make it somewhere? How is your own house?
But like the other caller pointed, yeah, as much as some persons feel that nothing is working here, there are still others that feel things are actually getting better. And outside the country, there are people that feel that, okay, compared to what they know about the country before now, the country is actually making some reasonable step. So
okay. So your own analysis now. If I wouldn't want you to even give me the answer now. Judge it by yourself. How is Nigeria now and before now? Judge it by yourself. Don't tell me the answer. I'm sure you know the truth. All those people pretending to tell you, hey, Nigeria is okay, nothing is wrong now. They are not telling you the truth. They are just telling you like that so that to remove shame from there. But everybody, let me not say everybody, most Nigerians know that Nigeria is in mess now. Most Nigerians know like that.
Okay.
So all those things that people are telling you, they are just dead to know. Just raise any issue now concerning any other political party. When they do 10 things, they will condemn all the 10 things. If I'm opposing you now, does not mean that out of 10 things you will do, not even one thing that is okay, not even one that you are right.
Okay.
All of them will be wrong. But you raise issue concerning them here. Hey, all their things are
All
correct.
right.
There's no mistake at all. So,
Okay.
Yes, so Nigeria is in a mess.
All right, thank you so much. Well, he feels that it's not getting better at all. But speaking on that regards, we were somewhere before now. And the truth is that for a particular way of life of some certain, if I want to transform how I am, let's say I feel that I'm not doing well and I need to work on certain aspects of my life. Let's say I'm the type that spends so much. I just spend the impromptu, like it just comes and I just buy. And I feel like, oh, this is wrong. I need to change. In that process of change, it might look like I'm really punishing myself. I'm doing a whole lot of harm to myself because it's not how I usually. Don't you think that's the same situation with Nigeria? Because we were somewhere before. We might feel comfortable where we were, knowing fully well that we need to make some improvements. And at that point in time where, okay, let's make this improvement. Now, you don't expect things to just change like that. You don't expect a immediate transformation. It will go through some stages and it might not be so palatable for people used to a particular way of life. So don't you think that's actually why some persons feel that Nigeria is a mess right now? Because a transformation is coming, because we are transforming what we used to be like to getting better. Maybe that's why, don't you think that's why people feel Nigeria is a mess now, like the other caller said? It's not necessarily a mess. It's just that we are trying to get to a place where we are not used to. 95.1 FM. Good evening. I'm sorry, I lost this call. Good evening to you and welcome.
Hello.
You should turn off your listening device, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Thank
You need to be more audible as well.
Yeah, the scenario you are saying, it's not the same. The peace talk in Mali and the insecurity in Nigeria. You understand? So it is not the same thing. So those who said Nigeria are not making progress and that nothing is worse and all the rest of them. Like, for example, all this Kaduna issue, they mentioned every southern Kaduna. I know the Zango Qatar issue, it has stood as 45 years in this country. It is not we here. Even the insecurity here that are not being reported, the kidnapping and all those things that are happening here are not being reported. The people here find, I don't know if they derive joy. You mentioned what is happening outside. Nobody is happy about all those things. But a lot of heinous crimes, a lot of things are happening here. And like today, I had the one that happened at Amadiama. Things like that are happening, but they are hidden. You understand? So it is not as if all those things are
these little things, these things you're pointing out now, the killings in Kaduna, the cultism, the clash, Boko Haram, insecurity and everything, all this makes up insecurity in the country. Now the question we're asking is it morally right that your country is facing something similar or maybe worse, like some persons feel worse than what's happening in Mali, and you are going to that country for peace talk? What exactly are you what peace are you trying to bring to that country or recommend to that country that has worked in your country? It's immorally right. I guess that's just the bottom line.
Now listen, Nigeria, you are not mentioning about Boko Haram. You understand? The insecurity in Kaduna and all the rest of them. You see, Mali, what is happening in Mali is not a nip in the bud. They will go into war. The country rebel forces, they may go into war. But this Boko Haram you are talking about, like all this one happening in Nigeria, they are like guerrilla warfare. They are not coming out to face our military. You understand? You can be, like, as we are here in Port Harcourt here now, you can say something is happening at Obia Boya. In the next night, the people who have ambushed you, they say it's happening at Eche. That is the kind of guerrilla warfare you are talking about. But what is happening in Mali? It's government versus government. And if those issues are not sorted out, it will lead into civil war.
All right.
That is the kind of thing that, yes. It's a different ball game, and it's a different thing. So what Nigeria is fighting here is guerrilla warfare. If this, like this Boko Haram, they can face our soldiers one-on-one, or these people in the southern Kaduna come, the military are there, face them where they are. I think all these things would have ended soon. Like today, like some people, like I drive through this Fiji road today. In the past, you cannot pass that Fiji road to Obi. So how can somebody now say things are not going on now?
All right.
Yes, like those in Rivers State here, they will tell you that the former governor of Amechi did nothing. I'll ask now, is Rivers State, is federal government refunding for this monorail, 78 point something? Is it that abandoned monorail or the project executed in this state?
All right.
When they say it's only monorail is abandoned. I say, how can you do? This money they refunded today, is it for abandoned monorail or what else? They should answer.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, Buchira.
Hello, Mr. Sam. Good to hear from you tonight.
Yeah, my very good friend. It has been very long.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I miss you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Buchi. Buchi, you see, the problem in Nigeria is that so many persons have short memory. That's just one of the major problems with some of these persons who come and say all kinds of things on air. You see, Mr. President has been proven and tested that he is the man with the miracle staff to handle such situations. Okay. And that is why he was in that meeting. His presence in that meeting was not in vain, in the sense that, let me tell you, in the area of having short memory, you will remember when Mr. President came on board in 2015. There was so much uproar about Boko Haram who were holding sway in some of the local government here in the country. But yet, is it Yaya Jammeh who was disturbing, I think Uganda or whatever? Mr. President went there just as he's doing this one now, very peacefully, and the Yaya Jammeh was hating, did not even allow them to come into the country, was exhibiting all manner of rascality and all kind of rudeness. Mr. President sent, although he first sent Liberian Ellie Johnson, then was the president, he sent her to go with that delegation because she was busy. They went there, Yaya Jammeh was misbehaving. Mr. President went there, they tried to make peace. Yaya Jammeh was misbehaving. And Mr. President decided to bring out his miracle stick. And what happened? All we saw was that Yaya Jammeh flee out of the country. So in Mali, Mr. President can still go there when he wants to negotiate in a peaceful or dialogue in a peaceful way. Those people who are there claiming to be stubborn now, if they continue in that direction, Mr. President, that miracle stick that has been tested and trusted that it's still working, we can now bring out that miracle stick.
I guess what people are asking now is, well, like you pointed out, he has a miracle stick, and you said it worked for another country, and it might also work at Mali, trying to sort of bring about peace in the country. Now, do you think in Nigeria we have peace?
You see, Buchi,
it's a yes or no answer, actually. Is there peace in Nigeria?
The peace is a simultaneous thing. It's not something that you just in a day. But you see, Buchi, you know the problem of Nigeria here is this. There has been compromise in the fight of insecurity here in the country.
So if that stick, the miracle stick, the president would use in that country, why wouldn't we, in some person's opinion, why aren't they seeing that stick being used in Nigeria? So we don't get to hear, is there peace in Nigeria? Oh no, peace is relative or peace is simultaneous. So it's just, yes, there's peace in Nigeria because the president has used that miracle stick, like you said.
Would you, even you, the way you would treat when there is issue between you and your sibling, the way you will handle your sibling, and the way that same issue will happen between you and other family, the way you handle it will be different. So that is the problem we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
You will see that in Nigeria here now is the place on fire in a particular level. You will see some tribes and groups will begin to shout that they are killing us, they are doing that, they are doing this. But in Mali, if the president brings out his miracle stick, whether they are crying or not crying, we have ever remained a big brother. Nobody will come and begin to make any kind of whatsoever with us.
All right, thank you.
Us.
Okay.
So peace will surely be in our country to the fullest. There is peace anyway. We were not like this before. Looking at how it has been in the past, whereby Boko Haram was on rampage.
All right.
Havoc, moving our armored cars, military equipment all around, posting their flag, burning our flag all over in the country. Those things are not happening again. So there is relative peace. There is no country that you will not have a pocket of kind of.
All right. Point noted and gotten. Thank you so much for calling in. The numbers are still 0817 0000951 or 0810 9510 951. You can send text messages to the number 0701 933 9962. And speaking on text messages, let's take the ones we have here currently, and then we head straight up to the phone line after this. This person says, "Hello, Buchi. My name is Dan Onyechi. Nigeria is a nation that chases rats when their house is on fire. The masses is the challenge of the nation. As long as we celebrate them in their actions, the change we cried for is an illusion." And this other one says, "Good evening, Buchi. Good evening to you too. The truth is that our politicians has no interest of the country in mind for real. They just want to get famous in their political life. Nigeria politics is all about who's still the best and convince the masses that they have done the best. But to me, they are convincing their future and their 10 generations to come." Okay. That's coming from Eclipse from Bori. This person says, "My dear sister, Nigeria is in a mess because nothing is working, and I pray that the army should see the needful by doing something, okay, so that some of the leaders will go to exile." Okay, that's coming from Emmanuel Akpabio. I wonder what it is you're saying exactly, but good evening to you. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. You're talking with Okidim Jr. from Abua.
It's good to hear from you, Okidim. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Wishing me, Mr. President is intentional about fighting insecurity.
Okay.
And he is doing so much. You recall, just like Sam said, in the last administration, Boko Haram covered so many local governments, and they pinned their flags in those local governments. But today, the result is everywhere. I think the military has been able to retrieve those local governments, and the battle still on. Mr. President has taken the battle to their doorstep. So our neighboring countries, they are seeing what the input the Mr. President is making in the country to bring the country of our dream. So it's out of place for somebody to say that Mr. President is not doing anything. You are aware, even as you're sitting there, you are aware that Mr. President has put in so much effort to fight insecurity and even corruption. That is the effort. Before, NDDC wearing like this, people were stealing the money, and everywhere we are silent. But Mr. President came and said, "No, we cannot continue like this. Let's look into it. This South are supposed to be the epitome of development, but nothing is being done. So let's probably these are efforts. So we must, as a people, must appreciate this effort. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. It was because of the effort of one man that today we are talking. So we should appreciate it, and we should know that this man is intentional.
Okay.
Yes. That's my opinion.
All right, okay, then. Thank you so much for sharing. Ouch, I'm sorry. I thought you were done, actually. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, Bushi. This is Heidi calling from Abua.
Welcome, Ivy. Good to hear from you.
Thank you, my sister.
All right.
You see, I don't know how we want to defend a failed state. Nigeria is a failed state that everybody can see with his own optical eyes. Why are we trying to defend this thing? The way we talked about Nigeria, we should forget about political lineage. You see, if you are talking about a change in a country, now, you said the former administration was not doing well, and you are coming to change, right? Now, if the former administration was paying subsidy, and you see that subsidy is a cankerworm that is killing the Nigerian economy, and you are coming to change that thing, the moment you change the subsidy, it will affect the citizens, isn't it? Now, the citizens will now begin to complain. And we know that something is being removed in order to help the citizens. But it just takes a while before the citizens will now begin to realize the impact of what they remove. But in this case, you are the one paying heavy subsidy. Yet Nigeria is still buying that same product on a higher amount. So what is the change? You know, these are the things. I don't know why people want to defend this thing in a political lineage. Now, you said, okay, the issues of security. Security is getting worse. And we want to change the pattern of the security system in order to make sure that we eliminate these things. At the end of the day, we are seeing security becoming worse. Alex Bade was killed. And we traced on how to see the killers of Alex Bade for how many years. So when you talk of a change is something that is a constant something that everybody must see with optical eyes. But in present Nigeria today, there's nothing like this. What we see is rot, pure rot. Or, you know, something like that we say we fight corruption. The issues of corruption. The draft cutter, have you heard about that case again? This is a case of fighting corruption. Have you had a case of, in fact, let me not mention
So in all of this, you don't think, do you think it's morally right that the government is going to another country for peace talks?
How do you go to other countries to set a peace talk when in your own country, most of the inflammatory statements that you who went to other countries to settle peace, most of the inflammatory statements you made is now causing havoc. It's not coming out. You want to go and settle peace. Which kind of peace are you saying? When you said bamboos and this thing will soak in blood, now the bamboos are something that's still soaking in blood, and you want to go and settle other place. Well, what do you want to go and settle?
All right.
It's a pity. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Good evening to you. Welcome. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Mr. Ike. I'm calling from Rufoko.
Ike, good to have you. Go ahead.
But let me just say one thing. Let your callers, at least we can use 1 second to make our contribution.
All right, go ahead.
You see, Mr. President has done a lot for this country. During Jonathan suspended the election because of Boko Haram. I hope everybody who is calling on this platform is aware of that. See, Nigeria is pure at peace. If you compare what is happening in America and in Nigeria today, we know that America is going worse than what Nigeria is going through. So let nobody say Buhari is not doing a lot. We have about
now with as much as what's in your opinion the president is doing. Okay, well, I don't think I should ask because you already said Nigeria is in peace, straight up peace.
My sister.
Are you aware that this is the only government that has probed people that is in a high authority?
And after the probe, what happens? Is it just about probing people?
Many has been convicted.
Namely?
It was not done in Obasanjo administration. Nobody was probed.
Yeah. Well, okay, if it's about probing, we can probe everybody. But what happens after the probe?
No higher politicians has been probed under Jonathan and under Olusegun Obasanjo.
Kudos to the probing. It is a very good thing. But I guess the question people are asking is, after the probe, what happens?
Wiki, in this country today, I believe you know that many people has been convicted. When we talk about corruption and looting in this country, it was higher in Jonathan administration. Our money was being so looted that everybody is aware of that. This administration has bring people to book, and many have been prosecuted.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Our time, please, so that
all right. You talked about 1 second, and I think this is about 3 minutes now. But thank you so much for calling. I guess you see why others go beyond time. Well, thank you for pointing that out. I'll put that to check. This one says, Kano in Port Harcourt, Buchi, Mali has a political issue that can lead to war, and Nigeria will be a major recipient of refugees. No nation waits until she has total peace before she mediates in political crisis in other nations. ECOWAS has taken a position that no elected government in the sub-region will be supplemented. All right, Kano, well received. Thank you so much for pointing that one out. And this one says, Buchi, good evening. Though I don't want to talk, but for your question, is there peace in the country? Yes, there is peace, but the problem is our political parties, religion, and ethnicity. Because of you do the right thing, this other set of people will complain. So until we have killed these three mindsets, we will not know if there is or not. Thanks, Emmanuel sent that one from Miniolu. And that's much you can take on the program. Good evening. My name is Buchira Fwa. It's been Opinion Poll. The World News is up next.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today. 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good evening. This is the World News in your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Buchira Fwa with the headlines. Federal government announces reopening of secondary schools for GSS3 and SS3 from August 4th. President Muhammadu Buhari approves naming of train stations after prominent Nigerians. The National Assembly escalates probe of NDDC with the invitation to former heads including Simia Laibe, Ibim Semetari, and Sima Ekere and others. And on foreign scene, ECOWAS leaders call for fresh elections in Mali for 31 controversial parliamentary seats. Now the details. The federal government has extended the phase 2 of the ease of lockdown in the country by another 1 week. Secretary to the government of the Federation and chairman of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Boss Mustafa, announced this at the briefing of the PTF, which held in Abuja. Mustafa said the PTF considered that due to the upcoming Salah Eid al-Kabir festivities, which coincides with the expiration of the current phase, it would be prudent to extend by 1 week from 29th July 2020 till Thursday 6th August 2020. The PTF decried that the level of compliance with the existing COVID-19 protocols was discouraging, stressing that a majority of Nigerians have continued to live in denial of the dangerous nature of the disease. The Federal Ministry of Education has announced the reopening of secondary schools for GSS3 and SS3 pupils from August 4th, 2020. Students will have 2 weeks to prepare for the West African examinations, which will commence on August 17th, 2020. This is where the unanimous decisions reached at a virtual consultative meeting between the Federal Ministry of Education, Commissioners of Education of the 36 states, the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the proprietors of private schools, and chief executives of examination bodies. According to a statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations, Ben Gong, it was agreed that the exit classes should resume immediately after the Salah break from August 4th, 2020, to enable them to prepare for the WAEC examination scheduled to commence from the 17th 14th of August 2020. The meeting also resolved that a passionate appeal be made to the federal government through the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and public-spirited Nigerians for assistance to schools across the country to enable them fast-track the preparation, safe reopening as agreed. The ministry further stated that another meeting will be held tomorrow between the Federal Ministry of Education and chief executives of the examination bodies, namely NECO, NAPTEB, and NBAIS, to harmonize the examination date, which will be conveyed to stakeholders expeditiously by the Federal Ministry of Education. Speaking further in the latest developments, the Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajuba, said while WAEC exams will commence on the August 17th, subjects which are peculiar to Nigeria alone will commence on September 4th.
All the state commissioners and governors have agreed that all schools will open in Nigeria from the 3rd of August. This is to prepare our students for WAEC exams, which will begin on the 17th of August. Now, this varies the timetable we had indicated earlier by as much as 2 weeks. What the agreement entails is that WAEC West Africa and all the countries that are in it have agreed that the exams will proceed, but that the exams that are peculiar to Nigeria will be taken from the 5th of September through to the 14th of September. The exams that are common to all the countries of West Africa will proceed as previously published on the 17th. Nigeria will then proceed to domesticate its own timetable for the exams.
The Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Amechi, says pressure from participants in upcoming Salah celebration forced him to open the Kaduna-Abuja rail route. The minister said he never agreed for the rail line to open due to COVID-19 pandemic, but for pressures for the railway users. He, however, warned those who would be using the rail services to ensure they obey all the COVID-19 protocols.
I have seen people die of COVID, so I'm dead scared. If you ask the last speaker, I refuse to agree that we should open the railways. It is the pressure of those who want to participate in the forthcoming spiritual activities that made me accept that we'll open the railways from Abuja to Kaduna. What are your requirements? We don't want to see how handsome you are or how beautiful you are. Please wear for me a face mask, not a mouth mask. Nigerians wear mouth mask. If you do that, the train will stop and you will come down. You will not enter the station if you don't have the hand sanitizer. We must see a hand sanitizer. We must make sure it is not below 79% alcohol.
The minister who spoke during the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in Abuja said the Abuja-Kaduna rail line will remain operational after the Salah celebration, adding that electronic ticketing for rail services will become available in 2 to 3 months.
That I was pressured to open, yes, because I was imagining how to raise the money to run the rail by this time when expenditure will be higher than income, and it's difficult for the ministry because it's not budgeted for. However, we had to run. We will not shut down even after COVID, even after the celebration. We will not. We'll continue to run. We will only shut down if we see that you are not complying with the requirements of the PTF committee. If you are not, in fact, if I go on Wednesday and you are not, we'll shut down that same Wednesday. You can go and bring police. That same day we will shut down. For me, life is more important than going to Kaduna and coming back. Ibadan to Kano, we are waiting for the loan. Once the Chinese approve the loan, we'll commence work.
President Muhammadu Buhari has named railway stations along the Lagos-Ibadan and Itakpe-Ajokuta-Warri strips after some prominent Nigerians. Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi disclosed this in a statement circulated in the media. Amechi in the statement said those selected are deserving citizens who have contributed to the progress and development of their respective communities and the nation at large. Amechi disclosed that the Apapa station has been named after the All Progressive Congress stalwart Bola Tinubu. The Abeokuta station named after respectable Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, while the Ajokuta station was conferred on Olushola Saraki, the late father of former Senate President Bukola Saraki. also honored, where the Ebutemeta station is named after Mobolaji Johnson, Babatunde Fashola Agege station, Latif Jakande Agbado station, Yemi Osibanjo Kajola Station, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, Papalanto Station, Shagun Oshoba Olodo Station, and Michael Ibru Okbara Station. Others include Ladoka Kintola, Obafemi Awolowo, Alex Ekweme, Operation Control Center, Adamuata Atakbe Station, August Aihomo, Itogbo Station, George Ini Agenebode Station, Anthony Inahoro, Oromi Station, Tom Ikimi, Samuel Ogbemudia, David Ojo, Alfred Rewane, and Mike Higbe. Recall that President Buhari had earlier approved that the name of the railway station in Agbo, Delta State, be called Goodluck Jonathan Railway Station and Complex. The House of Representatives has issued a fresh summons on all serving and former heads of the Niger Delta Commission to account for billions of naira allegedly unaccounted for. The House Committee on Public Accounts issued the summons based on queries issued by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation on the accounts of the NDDC. This is different from the probe being carried out by the House Committee on the NDDC over alleged illegal spending and mismanagement of funds totaling 81.5 billion naira. Those who appear before the Committee on Public Accounts to explain the alleged missing funds include the acting managing director and head of the Interim Management Committee, Professor Daniel Pondai, a former MD Timi Alaibe, and the immediate past acting MD Joy Nunye. The committee's chairman, Wale Oke, said that the IMC could not answer the queries issued by the OAGF as some of the spending were done before it came on board. Other former heads of the commission listed to appear before the committee includes Osato Areyeka, Christiana Atako, Ibim Seme Nitari, Nsima Ekere, Professor Nelson Brambafai, who is to appear with his EDFA, Chris Amadi. The predecessors to Joy Nunye, Enya Akwagaga, is also expected to appear before the committee. This comes after the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Babio, named some federal lawmakers who allegedly got contracts from the Niger Delta Development Commission. Meanwhile, a River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has adjourned till 5th August 2020 for hearing of the matter instituted by former acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Joy Nunye, against the Nigerian Police, the Inspector General of Police, and Department of State Services. Our correspondent Uchendo Ijo will report that when the matter resumed for hearing, counsel to the applicant Sylvester Adaka informed the court that the first and second respondents, who are Nigeria Police and IGP, have refused to acknowledge the court processes served on them. Adaka therefore sought the relief of the court for motion ex parte for substituted service, which was granted by the presiding judge, Justice E. Thompson, without any objections. Other respondents in the matter are the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Babio, and Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. You would recall that the police operatives had attempted to arrest the former acting managing director of NDDC, Joy Nunye, before the intervention by Governor Nyesom Wike. You are listening to the World News on Today95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and spot stories. To stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. You're still on to the World News and Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. 3 committees have been set up to advance the course of the federal government's special public works program across the 23 local government areas of River State. The committees set up include Allotment Committee, Public Works Committee, and the Interfacing and Project Sourcing Committees. State Chairman of the Selection Committee of the program, Innocent Bariko, said the committees are in line with the directives of federal government to ensure that 390 wards across the 23 local government areas of the state benefit from the program.
We have been able to set up 3 major committees that will advance the course of this particular assignment. We have an allotment committee that will enable us to identify stakeholders and then allot slots to stakeholders in a manner that is representative and intended to be within the guidelines of the program. We have also been able to set up a committee on project sourcing. People that work on this particular program will work on projects. It is a responsibility and in line with the guideline of this program that this committee will also identify the projects from local government to local government. And then thirdly, we have an interfacing committee that will interface with all the stakeholders to ensure that the list that comes, we do not have duplication and other things.
Marco also disclosed that only 200 graduates are expected to work as National Survey officers, while the rest of the beneficiaries will be unskilled people. River State Police Command has confirmed a court clash that led to some casualties in the early hours of today in the Amadiama area of Port Harcourt. There were sporadic shootings around Amadiama where 2 persons were reportedly shot during the said clash. But the spokesman of the command, Nnamdi Omoni, who is a superintendent of police, in his reaction said no life was lost in the clash between the rival court gangs, but confirmed that the tricycle rider sustained bullet wounds and was rushed to the hospital for treatment. SP Omoni said the command had mobilized its men to the area to calm the situation.
We were aware of the unfortunate court clash between the Greenlanders and Icelanders today at the Amadiama houses. They were engaged in the usual senseless war of seeking for supremacy. So we were alerted and mobilized almost immediately, and then we were able to restore normalcy. A keke driver was shot on the leg. He's receiving medical attention. He's in the hospital. So far, no life was lost in that incident. We have taken over the place. And though they fled, the bad boys have fled on our arrival, but we're on your trail, and the Lord will catch up with them. So far, no problem, no cause for alarm.
While reacting to a report of incessant attacks by members of court gangs in the state, SP Omoni said the police expect residents of affected areas to report such incidents to the security agencies.
We have always increased security at Abuloma, Amadiama. These are areas within the Port Harcourt metropolis, and we have huge number and presence of police over there. So, but it also falls back on them. They should be able to report these boys to us, because these are their children, these are their brothers, these are their kids and kin. They know them, and they won't want to let the police know until they begin to unleash mayhem on them. So the earlier they do that for us, the better for everybody. That's why we fish out and beat at it. They are all there in their neighborhoods. They know them. So please let them, want to appeal to them once again. As usual, traditional rulers have been assisting us. Committee, CDC members and the chairman have been of immense. They should continue to do that, because without them we cannot function effectively. We need your cooperation, we need your support. Let them share information that can lead to the arrest of these boys.
On the foreign scene, ECOWAS leaders have called for the resignation of 31 parliamentarians holding controversial seats in Mali. This was one of the resolutions reached at the virtual meeting of the ECOWAS leaders as part of their solution to the impasse in Mali. The leaders called for the conduct of fresh election for the seats in question. The communique was read by Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Zubairu Dada.
Meeting was on a result that these 31 seats that are in contention, these members be asked to resign to make room for a recontest. In other words, for a fresh election into these 31 seats that are in contention. If you recall, the leader of the opposition was abducted. This meeting also emphasized and of course also encouraged the government of Mali to do everything possible to ensure the release of Soumaïla Cissé, who is the leader of opposition that has been abducted for the past 4 months now. It is believed that will go a long way in bringing peace to that country.
And elsewhere, the World Health Organization has said keeping borders closed to halt the spread of COVID-19 is unsustainable. Director of Emergencies of WHO, Michael Ryan, told journalists in a virtual briefing that border closures and travel restrictions remain an important part of many countries' strategy to combat the novel coronavirus, but it is not sustainable. WHO therefore urged countries to adopt comprehensive strategies based on local knowledge of where the virus is spreading. UN health body warned that such measures cannot be kept up indefinitely and are also only useful when combined with a wide range of other measures to detect and break chains of transmission. And on entertainment, there are reports that controversial media girl Toke Makinwa has lost her mansion to the federal government. Makinwa's sprawling mansion was seized by the Asset Management Company of Nigeria, AMCOM. The house, which is located at the exclusive Banana Island area of Lagos, is reported to have been taken over by the debt agency over the alleged owner's inability to pay an on-service loan. Since the news broke on Twitter, the social media app has been buzzing over the alleged house seizure, which was bought by billionaire businessman Festus Fadeyi. And in sports, the federal government says it is worried that athletes in Nigeria may be getting rusty following the shutting down of the sporting activities in the country. Minister of Youth and Sports Sunday Dari made the observation while appearing on a television program. To this end, the minister said the ministry is making plans to begin to sponsor Nigerian athletes to the Performance Center at the University of Port Harcourt to commence training ahead of the next Olympics.
We're also bothered about the fact that our athletes are getting rusty. The ministry has concluded plans with the High Performance Center in Port Harcourt to see how we can work with the federations to begin to rotate a team of 20 athletes to go to the High Performance Center for 2 weeks, fully funded by the ministry, where they can go with their coaches. Some training. We can take more than 20 in a batch and then just rotate them. 20 in the first batch, after 2 weeks another 20 post, because that performance center has what it's needed. And we can deal with that aspect of them getting rusty so that we can start to get them tuned up for the Olympics. We hope that eventually when the global sporting community starts to open up gradually, some of them will have the opportunity to compete at college championships and other global events.
To end the news, here is the summary of the major stories. The federal government has announced the reopening of secondary schools for JSS3 and SS3 from August 4th. President Muhammad Buhari has approved the naming of train stations after prominent Nigerians. The National Assembly has escalated the probe of NDDC by inviting former heads of the commission, including Timi Alaibe, Ibim Semenitari, and Sima Ekere, amongst others. And in foreign scene, ECOWAS leaders have called for fresh elections in Mali for 31 controversial parliamentary seats causing unrest in the country. And that was the news edited by Victor Iziama. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or 081-4434-3502. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget your responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap under running water. Avoid touching your face and high contact surfaces to prevent coronavirus. Thanking you for listening. I am Buchira Fua. Good evening and good night.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Known on the microphone. I got it all, but I really need a wife at home. I don't really like the zone, never spend the night alone. I got a few, you would like the bone, but chicks that romance me don't tickle my fancy. Owning Tiffany Nancy, that's not what my plans be. Need a girl who can stand me, raise me a family. Go from trips to the land, see the trips to the Grammys. Cause most of these girls be confusing me. I don't know if they really love me or they using me. Maybe it's the money or maybe you ain't used to to me. Cause you was depressed and now you abusing me. That's why I need me a girl to be true to me. Know about the game and know how it do to me. Without a girl on my side, shit'll ruin me. Forget the world, girl, it's you and me. Now let's ride.